Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to SKTV. Good day to all of you following us from home and abroad. Welcome and welcome to SKTV. Welcome to today's edition. As you can see, the headline. We want to know. We definitely want to know what the facts are. What are the facts? We want to know. We want to know what the facts are. What are the facts? We want to know. Today we will present you with the facts, knowing that we know the facts here on SKTV. Let's share the show, guys. Please help us to share the show. Invite someone. Invite your friends and their friends. Let's share the show. We want to know what the facts are today. We want to know. We have a lot of things to talk about. Just a lot. There is a lot to talk about. We are going to take our own time, like we're saying, in Liberia to educate and inform you about what's going on. Today we have very interesting. The show promises to be very informative, educative, and interesting today. We do have the facts here. We have copies of the court documents, like we told you. What the rulings are, what's happening, we want to clarify it to you, like we told you. We cannot afford to make everything political. We must discuss the facts. We also, today promises to be very interesting. Very interesting. We're waiting signals from the guys from Liberia, but in the meantime, let's share the show. Let's invite someone, please. Help us to share the show. We want to have this conversation. We do. We want to have this conversation. So let's share the show, please. Let's share the show, please. We are begging you to help us share the show. Let's share the show. Sekou will join us in the conversation. This is a humongous, gigantic, big conversation that we want to have. We want to set the premise, set the record straight. And we have other things to also bring up to you here today in this conversation. But let's share the show. Let's not shy away. Let's share the show. Welcome to today's edition. We'll get with you here in a second to do the introductions here, as we always do. But in the meantime, let's share the show, please. Let's share the show. I'm doing something really quick here. I'm setting something up really quick here. Whereas we're waiting for the guys we're getting a quick signal from Liberia. Again, very interesting things. As opposed to what you hear, what you see, people trying to make this political. Let's clear the air. Let's sharpen the contradiction. Let's discuss the issue as they are. As we've always said, let's stick with the issue. Nobody worry about extra, all the extra teaming. We can do it after, but we must do what is right. We cannot afford to not do what is right. We can't afford to get the little political gimmicks, games, and no, we're not going to do that. Let's present the facts to the Liberian people and let them decide what they want to do. Let them decide what they want to do. That's as easy as drinking water. That's as easy as ABC. We're not going to sit around and lie to ourselves, fool ourselves, and joke around. Let's bring the facts out. We will also talk about, the situation with Costa today. We'll talk about it. We'll talk about the Costa situation. Listen. We have the facts. We, anyways. Welcome to the show. I think the guys from Liberia. I think we're getting signal here from Liberia. The guys are joining us from the station there in Liberia. Folks, welcome to today's edition. We want to say thanks to True FM family. Today's the 15th. I almost said the 22nd, but it's next week. Today's the 15th of the month. Can you imagine? July is already over with. A lot of things happening. We want to welcome our listeners and our viewers from around the world. Those of you from Liberia and other parts of the world, welcome to the show. Welcome to the show. Welcome to today's edition. As you can see the topic over there, we want to know what the facts are. That's all. We're not interested in any other thing. Just the facts. We want to present the facts to you, lay out the facts to you, and you decide what you want to do with it. It's okay to have information. It's okay. There is nothing wrong with having information. Once you have information, whatever you do with it is on you. It's not on us. It's going to be incumbent on you. It's going to be on you now to do what you want to do with the information you've gathered or you have available to you. But let's share the show, folks. Welcome to all of you. Welcome to today's edition. We're getting to other news really quick. Listen, today, since we have a lot of things to learn and to talk about, we'll do our best to take our own time, like we can say in Labrador, in the Labrador parlance. But we lay out to you purposefully. And hey, if you already know the facts and you still want to argue around, you still want to make excuses, it's on you. I could care less once you have the facts. You see what I'm saying? If you still choose to make fool out of yourself, you still decide to stay with your decision or whatever choices you've made, there's nothing wrong with it. It is your right, your constitutional right. But it's always important to be informed, know the facts when you're making decisions. Make an informed decision, and we go from there. Today, I don't even know where to start. Anyways, as always, the Liberian people are the most important people on earth. And most importantly, the Liberian women are the most beautiful women on earth. Let me lay the ground rules for the conversation today. Please, let's be respectful to one another as we come on. Please, I'm begging you. Let's disagree respectfully. Let's refrain from curse words, personal insults, and attacks. Hey, listen, disagree with us. Your no say we government buna. You can say anything to us. But let's be respectful of one another, please. And if you have counter, to what we're saying or what we're going to say here, please feel free to bring it on or let us know. And we can make time for you to come on and make your case. But let's be respectful. Most importantly, let's stick with the topic. Let's stick with what's at hand. Again, let's stick with what's at hand. I'll say for the 100th time, let's stick with the topic and what's at hand. Please, all the other extra stuff, they're not important. What's important is what we have to talk about today. Again, welcome to today's edition. This is SKTV if you're just joining us. We want to say congratulations to Melbourne. Melbourne, congratulations to you. Unfortunately, Melbourne is not in studio today, as you already know. Melbourne is there in situation again handle today. Melbourne got married. The man just laughing. I didn't know that boy. That my brother like woman be like, check. Hey, I give up on my ball. I give up my ball. I give up Melbourne, but I'm waiting for him to come on the show and can't say different things. I've been watching him with eagle eye. All that kissing he's been doing, I've been watching him. I've been watching him carefully. But anyways, let's do other news really quick. We'll go to the musical break and come back. We're getting straight into the conversation. We'll go to the musical break. Serious things are happening in the country. Some things are shifting readily quick or quicker than I expected. But things are moving very fast. And things from what we're watching, they will move faster than we thought. In other news, the Liberty Party, a portion of the CPP, has officially expelled Madam Senator Yomli Kanga Lawrence from the party. Listen to it, expelled. I'll read the letter. We have the letter, we have the communication. From what we are also told in the communication, Senator Darius Dillon is amongst them, Steve Zago, Senator Steve Zago amongst them, and others. Daniel San, we'll read the letter. We'll get to that. That's one of the things in other news. In other news, also today, we want to reveal to you that amidst everything that you've heard on Facebook, oh, that lie, that lie, that lie, that lie. And what Costa said, that lie, that true, that this, that. The United Party spoke. And Joseph Yuma Boakai family spoke as well. We will tell you what they said. They've all spoken. Nobody has been silent. No, listen, again, we said we want to know what the facts are, right? Nobody has been silenced. They've all spoken. All of them spoke. All of them. From the Boakai family, from the Unity Party, they spoke. We'll see what they say. We'll compare the facts and we'll know what's going on. The Spoon talk, we are getting unconfirmed reports. Spoon Network, Stanton Waterspoon. We are getting unconfirmed report because we only got it from two sources here. Again, we always check with 5 different sources to say anything here emphatically and stand by it. In public, Spoon is playing the victim. In private, Spoon is blaming his lawyers. Listen, you're passing around, you're standing way, you're sitting down way, you're standing way, you're sitting down way, and you're always looking for people to blame when situation happens as opposed to taking full responsibility and seeing how the issue can be addressed. You're shifting the goalposts every day. You want to make this now about press freedom. You want to make this now about national this. That's not nothing about press freedom and national this. That's not true. We have the court rulings. We have the facts. We will discuss them. What happened to have led to the place being closed? This is the problem with us, many of us Liberians. And sometimes I'm guilty of it as well. Again, all of us, we react before gathering the facts. When once the facts are pulled out now and we got funny faces, or we have funny faces, we don't know what to do. The facts must oversee our emotions, our connections, and our feelings. The facts must. We must not do anything outside of the truth or the facts. We can't do that. So we got a court ruling. And I said to say the original court ruling, when they ruled, how long Stanton knew about this, how long the Spoon Network knew about this. My people, we get a document here. In La Bro, we can say, poking lie. A written black and white. And when we knew about these things, we foretold it. We warned you guys that. Anyways, we'll talk about it. Well, folks, today is Neil's birthday. We want to wish Neil happy birthday. Neil is the station manager in Liberia. As we told you guys yesterday, please contribute. Let me put the number up here to look, many of you don't know. Many of you don't know what these guys go through in Liberia to stay up late to run a station, to help us, So, like we did for Melbourne, we, send some form of appreciation. It doesn't matter whatever you can appreciate Neil with. So I believe, it'll be highly appreciated by Neil. Today's his birthday. Let's put some smile on Neil's face. And let's get the facts. Neil, happy birthday to you. Thanks for all you do. We do appreciate you. We thank you for all you do, all the sacrifices, the time. Wish you many more years here from SKTV. But folks, let's share the show. We'll be right back from the musical break. And we'll start to lay the issue down. We'll start off with the Joseph Yuma Boakai case, the Costa stuff. and we'll work our way down to the spoon talk. We'll originally start off with the letter and the communication from Yombly Kanga Lawrence once we come back from the Liberty Party, by extension the CPP. And we told you before on the scene show that if Yombly did not pay that money, it was a monkey on her back that was never going to go away. It would eventually lead to today. Well, on the scene show, we told you, you'll cost us. Yombly, that's my woman. But I'm not afraid to say when she's wrong or when she's in the wrong. I'm not. She won't take it personal, that's fine. People around her won't take it personal, that's fine. But just the issue here is the same thing we're talking about right here. We said it on the show. Pay. You can't be the leader of the party at the time and refuse to pay your dues. We said it here. Pay that due. If you don't pay that due, it will be a monkey on your back, you and all the other people who pass around, and it will not go away. It could lead to you losing your position as leader of the party. It could impact your position in the party. Oh, we probably were liars. We better the man there, and Musa better they hire us, and Musa better they pay us, and we come this man, and with the other person man, and we here today. Let's get to all of these, man. Let's get to the musical break. We here. This is what we are today. This is what we are today. Let me enjoy myself small, yeah. And nobody's stupid here.
You don't even know my story. You don't even know your story, oh yeah. Boy, you know, on the beat, I be a loca. So mora, you post a new car on Facebook. But that's so la la, you working better. Loving and acting jealous, say you photo. My advice for you in my way I got to confess. Confession. You gotta confess. You must have the impression. Enjoyment, got your blessing. Enjoyment, no more stressing. Enjoyment, got your blessing. Enjoyment, no more stressing.
It's never gonna be another man trash, it's another man treasure. Another man fool, it's another man poison. Got your code, according to your measurement. Got your code, according to your measurement. The player ain't garish, and they play booty. Just because of impression. Impression, fake impression. Impression, yeah. You don't even know my story. Or you want to share my glory, oh yeah. Everywhere you my way, oh way, oh. Everywhere you my way, oh way, oh.
That small dancing I was doing behind there, I beg you, yeah. Nobody's too big yet. Today, a big day. We chilling. Anyways, folks, you know, I've gotten a couple of text messages from some, just before we get into the conversations here, from some Liberians who are concerned. You know, I spoke to some people on the phone as well about some of the things going on in our community in the U.S., especially amongst some grown Liberian women who are misbehaving, parading themselves, fighting, acting, and people making it out of a drama and noise. And they think it's comical, they think it's funny, they think it's a joking thing or whatever it is. Let me say two things with it. The first thing I see is, like I've always said, some Liberian women are the only kinds of women I have seen, because I'm a Liberian man and my man a Liberian woman, are the only kinds of women that I have seen as a Liberian man. I'm not talking about other people. I'm not going to do any comparison here. This is not a competitive analysis process. Some Liberian women are the only kinds of women I have seen that honor my women's interests. They are the people that disgrace themselves, disrespect themselves, dishonor themselves openly every day on social media. But here's the second thing I also want to say. If you're not careful, somebody will lose their life in today's your foolishness, your own. And we end up in jail. You're continuing in your foolery. And those of you who are amping them up, you are in the back there, you're cheering it on, you're making out of jokes, and you're sharing video, and you're doing this, and you're doing. You please continue to cheer them up. You people are the major problem as well. Those of you who contribute to them, give them money for them to act the fool in public, especially some of you grown women, grandma there, great grandma there, mothers. Y'all continue. Please, y'all continue. For women to stand around, see two women fighting, and they're standing there videotaping. I'm just disgusted by some of you, man. It's embarrassing. But somebody will lose their life into this. Y'all continue this foolery. Hey, you used to be talking in the mouth. You're not taking to going from place to place and fighting. The next thing, somebody will lose their mind, take gun and shoot somebody, take knife and kill somebody. Then it will make sense to some people. Right now, it doesn't make any sense. Right now, it doesn't make any sense. You're still loaded that joke and that fun. You're continuing with your foolishness and your childish behavior. Grandma passing around, misbehaving in public, and not supposed to pass around and cheer the kind of stupid behavior up. And I see some grown women, and oh my God, and we are on the map, a hat. Okay, hat. You can be hot in stupidity and foolishness. Let's move on. I just want to put my 2 cents on some of my cool friends who reach out to me and think what I thought and what I'm thinking about. I feel disgraced as a man who got Liberian mother, who got Liberian sisters. I feel very disgraced. I feel dishonored. We watch these things on Facebook from other nationality. Sometimes you don't believe it's unbelievable, but to see our own sisters, our own mothers, parents going to that length, then what do you can do? What do you can do now? You keep disgracing yourself. Yeah, please, bon voyage. Don't disgrace yourselves. And y'all who cheering it up in it, y'all please keep it up. You guys are the biggest problem, not even the people who are acting like that. You guys who are cheering it up, you guys who are welcoming this behavior and normalizing it, making it look like it's a normal thing, you'll continue. You'll continue, yeah? I want some of you want to see you writing on Facebook and say, oh, why you got to call the pape sick, you moral person? You moral person? You pay somebody who can cost women, cost all of you in public, you pay them. Like, you can tell me that you say, Joseph, I got a crook. Like, you can tell me about moral business, so listen to you, you moral. Stupid people there. That means they'll follow you. Anyway, let's get to the issue here. Few Saturdays ago, we're on the same platform. We told you guys that the Americans would not be happy with what the national elections did. We said on this platform, somebody keeps saying hello. Check your phone, man. What ain't going on? You just saying hello. You just reading you low. What's your story? Yeah, man, I don't know low. I only want to complain that your phone get issue, mama. And I know that mama and papa sorry, but your phone get issue. And I mean, so we told you that the Americans wouldn't be happy with the neck giving Nathaniel McGill, Prince Johnson, Vanny Sherman, and others, Bill Tory and others, they okay to run after they were sanctioned. And we said here that if some Liberians decide to vote for them, that would be a stupid choice, and that would be acting stupid. You all passed around on the internet for a couple of days, you insulted us. Well, I still stand by that statement. I will never retract it. Never, ever. Because of the fact I said. And I will say again, if the opportunity avails itself. If Liberian people go and vote for Nathaniel McGill, Bill Twaway, Prince Johnson, Fanny Sherman, that will be a stupid decision. And the people who will vote for them, they are stupid. I say it. I sign off on it. And I will not, when you come here and say, oh, you too has changed the word of your business, go in your house and go say that one. Say it in your head. Say it on your phone. You can change the stupid word. I say, you go change it. Say it a different way. Why I got to say it the way you want me to say it? I'm not going to say it the way you want me to say it because I'm grown. I got a right to use the word stupid when it's in the context of stupidity. And those of you who in the opposition who passing around want to play safe and want to play that you in some kind of church and you Jesus juniors. Please, when you go to church tomorrow, you might be Jesus junior there. Don't bring your Jesus junior foolishness to me because I don't encourage, I don't welcome, I don't tolerate, and I don't entertain fools. I don't. We gotta be clear on some things. The people that who can yuck and massage, oh, you can't say that in public. I can say it in public. When you behave foolish and stupidly in public, I can say it. Me, I can say the other people who can be lying to you behind closed door. Then I want to tell you your decision is stupid. Let them keep talking to you as it will be something. So any American ambassador told you, and he repeated the same thing that we say here. But the only thing some of you are saying, oh, you got to be a little moderate. Please, you choose to be moderate. Be moderate. That's fine. If I choose not to be moderate, where's the issue? I got no issue. I don't get no issue. I will say like that. Whether you woman or you man, you choose to vote for Nathaniel McGill, Prince Johnson, you choose to support them, vote for them. Vanny Sherman, Bill Twaway, after they have forewarned us as a country and told us that if we do business with these people, we will be sanctioned. We risk being sanctioned as a people, as institutions and individuals. And we still go and vote for these people? What thing? Our intelligence you're exhibiting? Oh, but then you're the wisest person on earth now. Saying you wise, then don't get me and say you're stupid. Just show me that you're wise. You made stupid decision. I'm gonna tell you stupid. Let's move on to the next issue here because they show will be hard to the guy here. Look, we told you also a few months ago, that Senator Yomli Kanga Lawrence and everybody else who were owing their dues in the party of Liberty Party should please pay their dues. And then they can go back and complain and have the issues they have with Musa Bedede and solve it. Because this due issue will be a monkey on the back if they refuse to pay. It would be a monkey on the back that will not go away. We Cummins people, and Cummins hire you, and Musa Bedede hire you, and you're ball out, you're this. And we told you. No, let me tell you, I enjoy myself today. Anybody want to say anything? Let me say. You want to say I'm happy? I don't want. What do I care? What thing concern me in how you think I should react to something that could have been prevented, that we told you from the beginning? Let's do it away, my people. But you say no. I'm laughing, I'm smiling. When I'm feeling from here, I go and dress nicely and go to a wedding. I will be chilling bigly because we told you today. The day could have been avoided. Let me tell you the people that knew who they expelled from the Liberty Party. When you see them passing around and they wearing that Liberty Party symbol, you're taking from them, not Liberty Party people again. They are officially, legally expelled from the Liberty Party. They're not Liberty Party again, the government boom. Because I find out concern, they're not Unity Party people. They're not other party. Unless they go join Unity Party and make it official. But let me tell you the people who government boom right now. There are a couple of people in that bureau that government boom right now. A couple of politicians, let me call their names. And I will read a letter to you. Next time, you will listen. We are not politicians, but we'll tell you the thing what we see, the thing what we hear, the thing what we know when we study the environment and say, please don't do it the way. Y'all know everything. We are not politicians. You understand the politics of that, bro. But we'll tell you before it happens. Then when it happens, then we'll come here and say it and laugh and enjoy ourselves with it. That's a government boom here. Government boom number one. Mr. Prince told that government boom here. You know, Liberty Party again. Senator Steve Zago. Steven Zago, that ain't Steve. Steven Zago, that government boom. He is not with the Liberty Party again. He got officially expelled, not kicked out, expelled from the party. He government boom. Steve Zago as we speak right now. Jacob Smith, that government boom right now. He is now with the Liberty Party. He was expelled officially. The communication here now. As of the 13th, Prince Tour was expelled. All of them got a date and what was expelled on them. The 14th, Steve Zago was expelled. As of the 14th, also Jacob Smith was expelled. On the 14th, Daniel Sano, who is normally Kanga Bear Ball. Daniel Sano was expelled. You know Daniel Sano can be on different stations. You're talking fully now, confident you're knowing. Welcome. Somebody noise behind there. Is that kind of?
Yes.
Oh, okay. The grounding stop. I say, welcome to the show. I will call the people who they expelled names here and you show up, but you're not expelled from SKTV. You stay here. So, welcome to the show. Today, that big important day today. Welcome. Greet our people for who call the other people.
It's good. Go ahead. Let me fix some stuff on here.
Okay, thank you, most definitely. Daniel Sano was expelled on the 14th. Let's move far forward. Senator A.B. Darius DeLong. Senator DeLong was expelled on the 14th. So Senator Darius DeLong was speaking at a government boom starting from yesterday. He still continues the government boom business today because we're not knowing Unity Party or whatever. He can free to join the party now and move forward. Senator Yomli Kanga Lawrence was expelled on the 14th. Senator Yomli Kanga Lawrence at government boom as we speak right now. She can be moral for the seller team, the rescue team, whatever team. They're not concerned with Labrampo again. She is expelled. Senator Yomli Kanga Lawrence. She is expelled. So these are the 5 government booms that we have right now as we speak that were officially expelled. Let me read the notice quick. And I will read Senator Yomli Kanga Lawrence to cover all of them. They want to come and read it for all of them. Nobody missing from inside. July 14, 2023, Senator Yomli Kanga Lawrence, member Liberty Party. Notice of expulsion and revocation of membership in Liberty Party. I think the news guy and they removed them. Let me put them back.
No, they're there. Steve, the news there. I can just put you on the screen to highlight you. Don't worry about it. The news is live.
Wonderful. You today, you beat me last year, so you can't happen. But anyway, I'll get you tomorrow night, today, for me and you. But anyway, that's what we're talking. Let's read the notice here. Notice of expulsion and revocation of membership. Dear Senator Kanga Lawrence, it has come to the attention of the Liberty Party National Executive Committee that you have been named to and have accepted the position of campaign chair for the Unity Party 2023 presidential and general elections campaign team. We respect that the freedom of association is right guaranteed to all Liberians under our Constitution, and we interpose no objection to your exercising that right. However, you will also respect that as an LP member and a senator elected under the LP ticket, you are duly bound to maintain the party line and support party policies agreed to by a majority of the party leadership. You are fully aware that the Liberty Party Convention, the highest decision-making body of the LP, has approved and authorized LP's status as a member of the Collaborating Political Parties, CPP, and has endorsed Mr. Alexander B. Cummings as the standard bearer of the CPP. Your action, which signals that you are no longer aligned with the LP's mission, vision, and objectives, and that you have instead chosen to align with and support the UP's mission, vision, and candidates in the ensuing elections, is clear an abdication of your duties as an LP member. In light of the above, please let this letter serve as a formal notification that you have effectively, that means on the 14th, starting on the 14th, which was yesterday, you have effectively and immediately been expelled. So you don't become a Lauren begin government boom saying yesterday. From the Liberty Party, and your membership in the Liberty Party has been revoked. They say, let me tell my papa quick in simple terms. They say, Senator Yomli Kanga Lawrence, not Liberty Party member anymore again. And Senator Yomli Kanga Lawrence, she's free to go do what she want to do. She won't be part of any party she can go. So in other words, in simple news, simple English, she is government boom. Darius DeLon, government boom. He expelled too. He not part of the party anymore. Daniel Sando, that the same thing. Prince Toll and Jacob Smith. So there are 5 people they expelled. The Liberty Party has expelled them. They're not part of the Liberty Party anymore. So when you hear them passing around talking something about the Liberty Party, they say you must call the Liberty Party, they will take them to court. If you hear them, anyway, even if they mention it in secret, they just say Liberty Party. No problem. So that it will get on our hand. That part of the other news there. But we told them this thing before. We told them it. We saw this thing waiting for them. We told them. Now, from what it looks like, Senator Yomli Kanga Lawrence, Senator Darius DeLon, and the rest of the crew, Senator Steve Zago, they are free to associate with anybody. They are free now. So they are government born, free agents. They can do whatever they want to do. And even when John City is there, they welcome. Anywhere they want to go, they can go there now. But they're not executive again. They're not member again. So the whole thing about, Senator Yomli Kanga Lawrence is the political leader. They say, you're calling off. No more. They don't want to hear that thing again. So this is what's happening, Mr. Kane. I don't know if you want to say a word or two on it before we get to the position of the Unity Party on what Costa said. Because today on the show, we're doing a quick. The last thing we discuss is this closing of the spoon talk. I don't know if you want to say anything quick before we move, because we got to open the line, So sharp. Let's get to you. No time.
Yeah. First of all, I want to say welcome to everybody. I want to say thank you to everybody for joining SKTV as always. And a big thank you to you, Steve, and our team for making it possible for us to be on here again today. I know a lot of people look up to us for information, for news. And what you were talking about is not a good news for me. I'm not happy about it. But these are things we talk about, we try to avoid. We intervene both privately and in the open for people to, get their act together and not to allow themselves, or not to allow the fight to degenerate into a bigger fight. But they could not listen. However, it is what it is. I wish all of them well. My only thing is, I don't know how official this is going to be, but this whole issue of expel, remove, expel, remove, we've been hearing it. I don't know how official is this other one, and this is how definite this will be. But people got to move past certain things. They got to move on. These things are distraction. People have already decided where they want to be, and they are having fun with it. Whether those funds are genuine, we don't know. But I want to say thank you to all of you for following SKTV. It's good being here, Steve. I'm listening.
Okay.
I'm following, and I will participate in other topics, but this particular one, I think you have, addressed it enough. I don't have anything to say about it.
Thank you. We're moving. Quick, sharp. We're not on too much where to go today. Folks, as you have been hearing all over the place, it's not a secret that on Monday, Costa had a press conference in his press conference, there were a lot of things said. We haven't even started to unpack some of the things that were said. But I want us to pay keen attention to some things because some people have said the Unity Party needs to answer, well, or respond. Well, the Unity Party has responded. The Unity Party has. I know you don't believe that the Unity Party has responded because people are passing around with misinformation that the Unity Party has been quiet. They have not responded. Only the surrogate has been responding on Facebook and other places. No, that is not true. The Unity Party responded. And they responded at the highest level of the party. Let's get a Unity Party response. Whatever recording you are going to be hearing is the chairman of the Unity Party. I want you to please listen to the Unity Party's response.
We're not hearing now. If you play it in the computer, you got to insert it in the system. Other than that, you got to play out of your phone.
You're not hearing it?
You got to share it in the system.
Oh, so all this time no one heard it?
No.
Are you serious? Hold on 1 second, Mr. Kennedy. I think then I have to play out of my phone, like you said. Sorry, guys. And this conversation is oh, Mr. Kennedy, I should have sent it to you then. Lord.
Send it to me.
Should I send it to your email?
No.
Because
that's fine. Anything. Just send it anyway.
Hold on 1 second.
But messenger will be preferable. Messenger or WhatsApp.
Yes, because
it'll be easy.
Let me see really quick if I can send it to myself and just send a link to you via messenger real quick. I think I can do that from this end. I will send it to myself really quick here, and I will send it to you. Sorry about that, folks. Hanging with us. We're almost there. Would need you to please listen to this recording.
So,
okay, Kimmy.
Steve is working on the other stuff behind the scenes. So, Steve, I took you in front of the camera, but I think you brought yourself back.
Oh, I don't even know that did touch screen stuff here, but sorry about that. You can take me from there.
That's okay. I just try to get you behind the scenes so you can take care of those things. While somebody say we are, I don't know what you say, we are gravy seeker. I don't know what kind of gravy we are seeking, but in the gravy I'm seeking is the gravy that will make Labra better. I don't know who has that. But again, Benjamin Jonah, stop the noise. Stop the noise. A lot going on, honestly. But today I would like Steve to, continue doing what he's doing. Steve, we good?
Yeah, we're good. So can you please, when you open that link, there will be 2 recordings in that reporting or that link that I would like for you to please, if you click on the first one, it should allow you to play the first one.
All right, let me get myself out there for a second. I'll do.
Yes. So really quick, just to put this thing in context and perspective here, the first recording is from the chairman of the current Unity Party. Mr. Luther, as he's famously called, Chairman Luther Tape. He says or reveals something in there. He was the first to do his response. There is a second recalling that follows, which this one does not come from even the party. It comes from the Joseph Yuma Boaka's family, because Joseph Yuma Boaka's son is speaking. I think some of you have heard about it. We want to play both of them so that you can hear not only the contradictions, you can hear the revealing facts that we're telling and see what you have at hand. Because after listening to both of them, after reading different articles about things, if I were in a unity party, I would be very, very worried. I would be very concerned. And I will tell you why I would be concerned. Yes, the two recordings are there. So hang on, folks. We are almost there with that. I should have downloaded in the system. I did not. I thought it would play it from.
I got it. Do you want me to play now?
Yeah, the first one, please. Play the first one, Chairman.
Okay.
The one speaking.
You see, because the beating I gave you last night, you forgot your IT man. You go do your own thing.
Yeah.
Our reaction is to tell the Liberian people and tell the world that all that's caused us spill out today about Joseph Nyimamboakai, our standard bearer, is very disheartening. That a young man who has been a good friend of our party and a good friend of a good statesman will be spilling out lies as he did today. But we don't hold that against him. We consider that as a propaganda. We'll continue to love him. The rescue train is on, and Liberians are very excited about what's going on, and we're not going to let no one deter the change and the transformation that the Liberian people have been yearning for through the Joseph Boakai presidency.
Mr. Costa made several allegations. He mentioned millions of dollars that were offered to him to stand to run as president. So, I mean, the former vice president, what does he think about all this information?
When the Costa name was floating in the public domain, to be honest with you, Liberian people did not even take it serious. We know Costa to be a talk show host in Liberia, but as a vice president material, was not an appealing name at all in the public domain. And if Costa, for some reason, arranged money that he thought he could, it's against our Liberian laws that campaign money should be raised in a country, not foreign money. So to hear him describe some millions that he asked that should go to Boakai is not true. But whatever the case may be, the ALP leadership by Honorable Benanda Ure and Henry Costa have been good friends of Mr. Boakai. And for whatever reason, if they decide to not be part of the rescue train, it's their prerogative. And we wish them best in all they do. But the Liberian people are resolved, they are determined to ensure that this country is rescued from George Weah bad leadership, and we're not going to be deterred by anything.
I wanted to ask, because he said, as he put it, that the party of Mr. Benani Ure, the All Liberian Party, was no longer allies or partners with your party, the Unity Party, that you no longer share the same ideals or vision. Does that concern you, the fact that he said that, or that the fact that maybe the All Liberian Party may no longer support the presidential bid of the former vice president?
Well, when he said that we no longer share the values that we Unity Party hold so dearly are values that will transform and change the economic condition of our people. And so when Costa began to spill out that the Unity Party is no longer committed to our views and values of transforming Liberia, we don't really know what he meant by that. I don't want to insinuate, but we are committed to changing Liberians, transforming the economy, building education, and helping the healthcare of our people, providing jobs for our young people. These ideals continue to define the United Party, and that's why we believe it. So if they, as an institution, chooses not to go with us, we wish them best. We're not going to badmouth them. We are determined to serve the Liberian people and rescue our country from bad leadership.
Before I let you go, there was a revelation about the former vice president's health. How does your party feel about that?
We are not distracted by any health news that Costa thinks he knows about our vice president. In his report, he said from January to June, the heart of our vice president will stop beating. But we in July. We just from a campaign trail in the northern Liberia, in Nimba, where we will receive a mammoth crowd in Kantai, in Kamplay, in Bone County. And he was in high spirit, very energetic. From all indication, what Costa said about the health of our former vice president, our standard bearer, is not what we're going to buy into. These are part of his calculation to smell the good image of this man that the Liberian people want so dearly to change the country. He's healthy, very healthy, and that is why we know.
Well, that was Chairman Luther Tape from the United Party, the current chairman of the United Party, basically stating to the Liberian people that everything Costa said, including the meeting, everything was lie. Basically, that's what he said. But right after that, it didn't take too long. Somebody from the Joseph Human Boyka family who was actually in the meeting spoke. Second, can you please play the second tape?
Yeah, so those who are saying that the recordings are belated and blah, 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 maybe you have listened to it. Maybe you are privileged to it. There are a lot of people, thousands of people, if not hundreds of thousands of people, or maybe millions of people that have not listened to it. So they listen to it through SKTV, okay? So don't be bothered when we play the tapes.
Actually, I was doing a much longer recording and I just changed my mind. I'll say this to you all. At no time in that meeting did the Omen offer those people anything in terms of concessions, in terms of Wologisi, nothing. The Omen only said to them, if you are business people and your support is contingent on my winning and what happens afterwards, then you bring your business interest and we talk about it. There were no specifics placed forward because that's what they are. They're business people. They're not going to come and support. So for it to be that and the Omen was surprised, like, how can your support be based only on the idea of me taking Henry as my running mate, not on any business proposition? You haven't even indicated what sector you're interested in. Nothing. So the Omen put no concessions on the table. I know I was in Ghana, number one. Number two, yes, Henry called very disappointed after the conversation, after the Omen turned down the conversation. 2 hours, he made us sit on the phone and listen to him go through an entire diatribe about his prophecy and everything else. And again, the Omen said clearly, Henry, we have partners, we have other political alliances and so on. It would have been completely wrong of me to go ahead and accept that proposition, and I don't think you're ready. And the Omen asked each and every one of us on the call to weigh in. Myself, Mrs. Tama, Mr. Johnny, everybody weighed in, and we all said it. Henry, you are not ready. Henry ended that call and said the only thing he wanted was for him to find a way to access the money and so on. Bro, accessing the money is one thing. What was at stake? Completely splitting the opposition, because if that conversation had gotten out there to say, oh, the Omen is considering Henry, and like that way he tried to push. But the reason he couldn't push was because the Omen said a clear no, one. Number two, you really believe that the Omen and Costa had a conversation where he said to Costa that I'm not going to pick Yombly, I'm not going to pick Jeremiah Kun. I did not know who my Omen was picking until the day before he announced his pick. You think he actually told Henry Costa he was not going to pick those two people and then went back and picked Jeremiah Kun? But I think you remember.
So, Mr. Kane, let me, based on the two recordings you've heard, would you say first of all, let's start it from this end. Would you say first of all that there seemed to be a serious messaging or communication problem within the United Party cycle, or the facts are not being said from the United Party. How do you characterize hearing both ends? The chairman from the United Party debunking everything at order, squashing it down. But then later on, the son of Joseph Yuma Boaka, who was in the meeting, who went to Ghana, coming and saying, no, something happened. The meeting happened. In fact, I was there too. What do you say?
First of all, from the both recordings, there are a few things that concerns me. First one, the chairman admitting that the action of Joseph Boakai was illegal. He admitting that Joseph Boakai action to solicit funds from foreign donors was against the election laws, was illegal, that violates our constitution. That is the number one takeaway. Number two takeaway, he tried to be dismissive of everything.
Right.
Trying to be dismissive of everything. And he also admitted on the tape that they are already campaigning. They said they were Joseph Boakai being with them on a campaign trail.
Mm-hmm.
He didn't say consultation, he didn't say meeting or gathering or rally. He said he's been with us on the campaign trail, which is also another violation of the campaign laws.
Yes.
The campaign is yet to be officially launched, but if they have been engaged on the campaign trail, that is also a violation. The third thing that came out from Joseph Boakai Jr. Joseph Boakai Jr. admitting that his father went to Ghana, that he was in the meeting, whether or not Ambassador Boakai accepted the money, we will not get those facts until he himself speak. And not only speaking, or to be teleguided, or micromanaged by somebody, unless he speaks to the people and be able and be available for questioning. Let's say he goes to any major platform or comes to SKTV, where he explains himself and people ask him follow-up questions to clarify a lot of things. That's one. It's like you went somewhere to go brokerize somebody's home. You brokerize the place, then alarm blow, 911. Whether or not you take something, whether or not you got away with anything from that, brokery, you will be considered a criminal for burglarizing the people's premises. So, the fact that Joseph Boakai knew that he was going to Ghana to meet foreign people, and he knew money, $30 million was on the table as communicated to him by Costa, but also being confirmed by Boakai's son. In fact, not only he confirming it, he said, not only saying that the Boakai didn't take the money, but he said Costa on the other hand, the 2 hours plus teleconference they had, Costa was telling them, okay, let's agree now. You decline the offer, but let's try to get the money. Does that make sense to you, Steve? How will Costa say, you decline the offer, but let's find a way to get the money? What you would do, rob the people? Put gun to their heads? First of all, you came to the meeting knowing fully well that these people, they put up front their condition. And their primary condition was to make sure you make Costa the vice president. And you already know that. But because the Costa account, because you wanted to free Costa out or get Costa out of the picture, instead, like somebody introduce you to their girlfriend, and then you're not there, the girl comes to visit you and your roommate to the place, then you can say, that my man there, the man I corral. Forgot what I meant, be with me. Whatever the outcome of that confrontation, you did not do the right thing. So Joseph Boakai, the former vice president, is in a serious trouble. And this noise is not going to go away just now. The only way it will go away until Ambassador Boakai himself take the stage and answer questions. Before I close, please. Luther Tappe, the chairman of the Unity Party, listening to him, he is not ready. He's not ready for the spotlight. The way he's speaking, Siri, acting like he's talking to some American people here, talking here through. He's not ready. I can tell you. The fight, the thing they're going to mesmerize or maybe trying to, rub some oil on Costa's mouth and other people, he's there or something, he's welcome. That's not going to happen. This is a fight. Like somebody will say, you cannot take a knife to a gunfight. Costa and the people there, I believe, they will fight back.
Okay, Mr. Kane, first thing, since you spoke about Costa lastly, let's, as usual, we always give your insight on things. There's a delegation set up by the Unity Party to meet with Costa so that he doesn't talk again. Yeah.
Yeah, but if you give him money, he will not talk again.
They will be meeting sometimes early this week, as early as Monday.
If they give Costa money that he wants, he will not talk again. That Costa there.
So, but here's the issue.
That means if Costa goes quiet on this issue, that means they set him up. They settle him.
But here's the issue.
I'm saying that it's good for you to share the information that they are having a meeting. But if Costa goes quiet and says nothing and move on quietly, it means that they already took care of him. Just the same way Jeremiah took care of Dylan when they were talking about how to make humbly something.
So here is the thing though. Coming back to this entire thing. Firstly, my take on this is I see the Unity Party kind of struggling, scrambling to address this. They don't know which angle to address it from. They don't know how to deal with this. Because, bottom line, they themselves, in the attempt to overlook, dispel, push away this narrative, what they have done, they have confirmed the issue. As evidenced by that, even when the chairman spoke and said it wasn't true, after a couple of hours, the person who was in the meeting came and admitted that yes, the meeting did happen. Another part that you also pick up on, I agree with you 100%, is it's revealing and telling that after the chairman said to the word that it wasn't true, but also admitted that it wasn't true, that if this has happened, that means Joseph Yuma Boakai just going to Ghana alone to meet with the foreigners. Joseph Yuma Boakai knowingly disrespected the laws of the country.
Violated, not disrespected.
Oh, wow. You said the word again, they'll say.
No. Violation is a violation.
Okay.
Violation.
That you want to call me? That you
No, disrespected, that will be in words. But violation is in action.
My people, Joseph Boakai violated the laws.
The election laws, yes.
But Mr. Kane,
so NEC has the right to
investigate this.
Now let to investigate and to punish, or to issue to take a punitive action or punitive measure.
But here is the thing. Here's what's concerning to me in this whole thing. Two major things. I've heard people say the investors that came, they were fake, they were organized, they were this, they were that. And Costa should tell the Liberian people who those investors were. Well, here is a question. Again, this is in no way, shape, or form. Had the United Party not confirmed what Costa said, this allegation would have remained as a lie. But they confirm it. So because they confirm it, my serious concern about this is Joseph Boakai, there is in nowhere that is stated that Joseph Boakai refused the 30 million. Let's be clear about that. Joseph Boakai did not refuse the 30 million. What Joseph Boakai did was he wanted to keep the 30 million, but dupe Costa, even though it was Costa who introduced him to the people or who set up the deal. That is where the problem came from. The problem did not come that Joseph Boakai is an integrity man, so he decided he went there and he refused the money. Anybody who says that, you are delusional, and you are highly delusional. Because Joseph Boakai agreed to go there. Joseph Boakai sat on a plane. He gets there, and he wants to play Costa. And here's the thing again. You can't ask Costa to tell you who those people were. No, you can't ask Costa to do that. Because Costa was not in the meeting. The people that were in the meeting was Joseph Boakai and his son. So Joseph Boakai and his son should tell the Liberian people who they met. That is a fair question. Those of you from the Unity Party, from the rescue, whatever you call them, whatever team, can you please ask Joseph Boakai and Joseph Boakai Jr. to please tell us who they met? Because we know for a fact, it's established, that Costa was not present in the meeting. Costa heard about the meeting, the discussion of the meeting after. So Costa probably did not meet the people physically in Ghana. The people who met them physically in Ghana, it is fair for us to ask them to say, you please tell us. You stop putting this thing. You see, there's the problem at Gawa, our people. Why should you ask Costa to tell you who the people were? When the people who saw them, who sat down in the meeting, who had discussion with them, they are right here. Plus, Joseph Boakai is a presidential candidate. Why he can't tell who he met in Ghana? What he happened with that? He will not die if he tells us. So my question to the United Party and the Liberian people, can we ask Joseph Boakai to please tell who he met in the meeting? That's the last point I want to make on this. Because I see you're jumping around, you're bouncing. You're in bouncing. We'll dig into this a little deeper. Here's another concern I have for Joseph Boakai and the entire Unity Party. The fact that Chairman Luto is saying something different. The fact that Joseph Boakai only took family members when he on a trip. And from all accounts, until they can debunk this, there was nobody from the Unity Party as part of the executive that went on that trip. Is this nepotism? Was the United Party left out of this deal for a reason? Why did Joseph Boakai only take his son and carry his son there? What happened to the party? Because the party interests were being represented in this meeting, whether you like it or not, who tussle. So what happened to the United Party not being represented? And this is not the first time to record. This is not the first time. When the meeting was held with Mr. Alexander Cummings in Ghana, Joseph Boakai's son were there. Mo Ali then heard about the meeting later on. They themselves did not know. So the question is, why is the United Party, who is registered on there, is left out? Why? So these are questions that need to be asked to the United Party and Joseph Yuma Braga, and they got to provide clarity and context to us. So Joseph Braga should tell us who they met in Ghana. I don't think it's fair for all to say Costa should tell who the people are when Costa were not in the meeting, in fact. And I'm not trying to play. We must say it as it is. So, Mr. Cannon, this, like you said, this is not going away. They can view it.
Let me come into that point. You know, the meeting with Joseph Nima Boakai and Mr. Cummings was agreed to go there, just the two of them.
Yes.
And Joseph Boakai came with his cousin, Jay Kabakoli.
Yep.
And his son. And the two of them were not allowed in the room when Mr. Cummings and Boakai had a meeting. So similarly, when they went for this meeting, one of the United Party person's account told us that person, in fact, argued with us that the people that Joseph Boakai met with, the people did not allow Joseph Boakai's son and his cousin to be in the room again. That when they enter, first they went in the room with him. But Joseph Boakai, when they told him that his son and his cousin were not allowed, Joseph Boakai kind of felt nervous, felt confused. This person even trying to make the case for Joseph Boakai, saying that the man was afraid, the man feared his life. That the man, after when they kicked out Boakai Jr. and Jay Kabakoli, that Joseph Boakai felt uncomfortable. He was even afraid that those people then could do something to him. And I told that person, I said, but does that make sense to you? Where in the world Joseph Boakai was invited to go and talk business with these people, purposely to go and discuss the future of his presidency. He went with somebody. The hotel was not a secret. We had the itinerary for both the hotel and the plane ticket. So there was nothing secret. Where in the world could these people clandestinely or surreptitiously go and harm Joseph Nima Boakai in Ghana? He was afraid. But no, Steve, what is going on here is that Joseph Boakai needs to come on the media. We need to go to any media. Go to Front Page Africa, go to even their friendly media. Somewhere. But he must be available for questioning. He should be available. He should avail himself to answering questions.
A question is an utterance which serves as a request for information. Questions are sometimes distinguished from...
You're Siri not start again. So, Steve, what I can tell you, the fact that Joseph Boakai didn't get what he wanted, those people did not get what they wanted. We have a lot to unpack. Let me tell you. There'll be a lot of things that will come out. And I can tell you, those people those people recorded their meeting with Joseph Boakai.
Okay. Yes. And
that will come up. Who said what? Who agree? Who did not agree? Joseph Boakai did not decline. That meeting was recorded.
Mr. Kane, that was that part.
No. Let me add another one. You know what else was recorded?
Oh Lord!
That 2-hour teleconference that they had with Costa that Joseph Boakai Jr. admitted to, where he didn't explain, where he talk about the man was going on his diatribe, renting, how he wanted. Costa didn't want to clarify that, and they have the recording. So if the Boakai and if people think this is something that will just fade away, that's a mistake.
The thing about it is they don't understand what they're in. They have no clue. But like you said, and they say what Ogizi Monty was not discussed. And what they say? And Joseph Boakai Jr. came and put his on record and said the Monty in no time was discussed. And speaking BB Bo, my biggie, you will battle. You will battle, relax. You will know what's up. Anyways, so Mr. Kane, this is where we are. Before we open the line, I don't know if we should open the line, do with this, or just do with it the whole spoon talk thing and add it on there, and we just open the line generally for people to speak, because these are a lot of things to unpack. The only thing I will say to the United Party people.
No, but what happened in Labrador right now,
mm-hmm.
with regards to Truth FM, we are live. We've been put through.
Oh, but nobody will take call.
I'm not sure if somebody is there to take the calls.
Okay.
But before we even do that, Steve, I announced it yesterday, and I don't know whether you did.
I did.
Today is the birthday. Monday is the birthday of O'Neill Roberts. O'Neill Roberts is the man behind the scene. He is the program director, the manager, radio manager, and program director for Truth FM. He is behind, us getting most of the times we are getting right now on the radio. He let go some of their programs. He let go some of their pay programs to accommodate SKTV. Even though it's by the directive of the CEO, but if the spot is not available, there's not a lot they can do about it. But at least O'Neill was very flexible, and they've been very flexible with us. Sometimes they let us pass our time. So it is O'Neill's birthday. Even though, the birthday is on Monday, but I just wanted us to use today and tomorrow to send a big shout out to him and wish him happy birthday, happy pre-birthday, and to also at least chip in $5, $10, whatever you can get. He's not asking us to do it. He's not asking for money, but just for us at SKTV, our fans, followers, and well-wishers to be appreciative of him. Like when it's my birthday, you send $5, $10 to me to appreciate me. Steve, same thing. Maybone, same thing. So people who their face not on the camera will tell you what they do, trust me, we mean it. So we appreciate anybody who will chip in, $1, $2, $10, $5, $20, whatever you can afford to say happy birthday to O'Neill Robert. We will appreciate it. So Steve, you can go back.
Yes. So folks.
They say that we'll reach our birthday today.
Yes, we're going to. I was just going to.
How come we don't know?
Yeah, you're on Facebook. I will read.
Yeah, but we don't. How come we don't know? How come somebody can tell us? So that one of y'all, be to put our birthday today. We can give.
Yeah, happy birthday to reader there. I don't know if you want to show today or you pause there and say to again.
Rita Zina, welcome again to SKTV. You are a stakeholder per Steve account.
Who said that one? When we thought about Bannon struggle into the devil, he left us over there.
Orita, happy birthday to you. We wish you well. We wish you success. We wish you good health and prosperity. We are happy you are celebrating your birthday. So when you send whatever you send, yeah, okay, yeah. Somebody, the first person. Thank you so much, Mr. Dua Port. He already sent $15. Where did I get the first $15 for Mr. Robert? For Mr. O'Neill Robert? Somebody sent $15 for the birthday guy. So when you send money for him, just to, for the birthday guy, yeah. So if you just send something, to SKTV, you don't have to specify anything. But once you send them for the birthday, let us know, so at least we can distinguish the helps, contributions. So another person have sent $10 to Zelle. At least, I love you guys, man. I love you guys so much.
So Mr.
That will now enjoy his birthday on Monday. So you don't get it today, tomorrow is fine. Whatever you can get, $5 or $10 or $20 or $25, whatever you give, we appreciate it. O'Neill, happy birthday, and big happy birthday to Orita Zina. Steve, go ahead.
So Orita, happy birthday to you. Thanks for all you do. Even though you are more than your Bannon struggle, we went to either check it or they also show or where to go. You're leaving me and Sekou then hanging. We're just passing on Wood and just driving you and more, and we'll bring you in other news. But that discuss it.
Stop talking about how eating chicken business in that Philadelphia.
Oh, so that top secret?
That top secret.
Okay, no problem. No problem. No problem. But anyways, folks, this is serious business. Serious matter. Again, I would highly encourage the Unity Party and Jose Yuma Boaka supporters to not refute certain things in public. You have no clue what you are in. You don't know what you're in. And you don't want to keep hauling and pulling this. You don't. You don't know what you're in. You will be surprised. You will be shocked. Stay away. You are not born to defend anybody. And now your rule. The one you know, talk about it. The one you not know, shut up and keep it moving.
All right, so Steve, what happened? Black Battle and
Mr. Kana will do the announcement and later on. We can't.
I thought you will be saying
No, I beg you, don't. They can get
please. When you're saying birthday present to my boy, please, specify so that way I will announce everybody. You don't need to call anymore. Please, I will announce it after the show. Steve said, "I'm gonna be announcing people there."
Sekou will announce the contribution in the last minute of the show because we have to put on the radio. We want to maximize our time. We want to get to this spoon talk.
Go ahead, Steve.
So the reason
you making it you like jealous now. Thing is, we ate a lot of things that we never invited. Yeah, you hungry now, that? You're hungry for the food now, so but it's okay. Go ahead.
Oh God. So yesterday, normally people don't know. Sekou and I will have lots of disagreements behind closed doors, sometimes in public. They have different views on issues, even the way to address issues, and sometimes I learn a lot from some of the disagreements and so forth. We don't always agree, just so you know. We don't always agree. Yesterday, when the case was brought up, Sekou did inform me that he did not have some fact at his disposal, even though he had reached out to some of his informants or other people that he works with. And just so you know, for the record, Sekou and I don't have the same people that provide information or work with us. Just so you know. And I don't tell him my sources. I want to say that in public. And he doesn't tell me his sources. Just so you know. So sometimes we butt head on information. Now, sometimes sources will reveal things to Sekou and myself, and they will be the same information. So that means they're 100% facts and corroborated. I want to make sure that it's clear. On the issue of spoon. Seku, I share some information with you.
Okay.
This is very interesting, Mr. Kane. Like we said yesterday, we have copy of the ruling.
Oh, I forget why we're on the show. Damn, hold on 1 second.
You going out?
Yeah, for a second. I got to respond to this. This is very important.
Yeah, somebody to just send me some kind of. Oh Lord, but I can't leave the show right now. Me, you can't leave it. Somebody wants to. Yo, hold on, my people. I'm begging y'all. Yo, they told reason to play now. Where the player Spoon and Revo more open I play getting to now. Not easy. It is not easy, folks. Even as we are on the show right now, information coming in like crazy. Give me a second, guys. Please, just give me a second. Normally, I hate to do this, but I would have to do this because I got a very short notice here on this one. Let me get this out to this person here really quick. So let's lay the premise really quick of. Let's lay the premise about this whole court case. So we have the rulings here. This is the ruling. The ruling is about 5 pages. It's a 5-page document. Not plenty of thing to read. They don't have plenty of thing to read on there, but there's a lot of reading and so forth. Let's establish some facts. Number 1 fact. President George Weah is not the one that closed Spoon Talk or Spoon TV or Spoon what. Number 1 fact. Please don't pass around with our propaganda and that foolishness because it will come back to haunt the opposition. Please don't be like other people who are shameless, who just run around with any information just because they want to make President George Weah look ugly or the CDC-led government look ugly. Let's establish that fact. If you want to go after somebody, if you want to discuss the issue to be credible, please let's use facts and go based on the merit of the issue. That's number 1 fact. Number 2 fact. This case is between 3 people. There are 3 people on this case. This lawsuit, 3 people are involved. When you look on the court documents, Nimile, Mr. Wilmot Smith, and this is in no way, shape, or form to say Mr. Wilmot Smith is not a crook. Mr. Wilmot Smith is a serious crook. Again, I'm saying it. Again, this is not in any way, shape, or form to make case for Wilmot Smith or Stanton or whoever. No. And this is not a case to make case for George Weah. The case is the fact that we have to our disposal. I will talk about. We're not on our pay agent and come and just talk fooling on somebody or because you disagree with somebody 100 years ago when somebody say true and true comes to them, then that means that person is an automatic liar. No, the same thing with the Costa situation. I'm not here to defend Costa. Let's get to the case. Wilmot Smith is number 1. He's the plaintiff. I'm using BB words now. Saying I keep on feeling that I've been using BB book. You already know what's up. You know what time it is. And then we're gonna bow or in Philly. He's the plaintiff or he's accusing. The defendants in the case are 2 other people. The management of Spoon TV and FM Communication Network are defendant number 1. Defendant number 2 are Stanton Witherspoon. So there are 3 people. Stanton Witherspoon. 3 of them on here. Now, it shouldn't shock you that Stanton Witherspoon is back-to-back in courts. It shouldn't be shocking to you. So we need to, now that we established these facts, that these are the 3 people involved, we also have to establish the fact as to when this case started, because the whole case that not just something that just happened out of the blue. Their case started way somewhere early, listen, early 2022, even before they went Liberia to see President John Weah. That when the case started. So the case are not today business. They're not today business. We got to establish that other fact. That fact number 3. We have to establish that fact. They're not today case. So when people want to make it look like just today or that just not case, no. They're not just today and they're not just right now case. So for those of you in the CPP, the opposition, who people trying to prey on you to make you look sorry for that you can't celebrate or you can't do the one because they close punto, you can't do that one. Say your birthright to people. You have the right to celebrate with who you want to celebrate with and be sad with who you want to be sad with. That's what the Bible says. You can choose. You can choose. Nobody shouldn't keep you as hostage or as prisoner. Nobody shouldn't. Oh, okay, I think the show coming get hot. The show coming be very, very noisy now. Say who can hear you.
What happened is that the chairman is always on here on the week on Sunday. So he got some engagement tomorrow, so he's not going to be making us. He actually sent me a message before I came on the show, but I didn't read my message. I didn't read my message.
So go check behind, and I think it keep coming up in the back end.
Yeah. We'll take care of that.
So Chairman Musabdelete will be joining us.
Chairman Musabdelete is already here.
Okay.
And because the chairman is here, some big thing happened today.
Okay.
Including that whole expulsion and now the court document about the State of Witherspoon thing. And we have a lot to unpack. Let's take this time to welcome Chairman Musabdelete. Chairman Musabdelete, how are you doing, sir?
I'm okay, guys. How are you guys doing?
I apologize, man. I didn't see the message.
Oh,
I just saw the message just now. I said, but wait now, when they send me the message?
what?
Yeah,
Well,
so I'm glad at least you try to improvise for tomorrow.
yeah.
Yeah, that's great. So how you doing, sir?
I'm okay, Chief. Recovering from cold, but it's not easy.
But the way you live out, we're not seeing you good. You got to come a little bit closer to the camera. Exactly. Yeah, it's good. It's good. Yeah. So what happened? I mean, I came on the show. Steve was talking about about 5 people were expelled. From the party, and a lot of different things going on. I mean. Well, what happened, Steve? Because the chairman came on and he kicked you out?
Yeah, the universe seemed like it's conspiring against me when the chairman show face. Chairman, what's up? What's you?
No, I'm okay.
So, Mr. Chairman, do you care to throw light on what happened today? Yes, actually, I got the document happened yesterday, right, Steve?
It started off on the 13th.
No, they put in that they expelled.
Yes, it started off on the 13th from the document of the 5 different people. 2 of them, I think, were the 13th, and the rest of them were the 14th.
Okay, so my question to Chairman Ability now is that, since you just came, I just want to throw the question at you directly. People been saying about how many times you expel the people now. How many times you're getting kicked out of the party now? How many times? Is this the final time, and is this official?
People are not responsible for people who can go learn and read properly. I'm sorry, I'm not responsible for that. This is exactly what is wrong with our country, Sibu. People don't read. If you see what when you say we expelled them before, where is the record to say that we expelled them before?
No, I don't.
If they say the word expel is only assigned to one particular course of action, and so it cannot be used otherwise. The Liberty Party constitution says when you remove people for like whatever reason, they have 90 days to remedy it, and that if they don't remedy it, they can be expelled from their position.
Okay.
But they remain member of the party. That is there in the letter of expulsion, the press release.
So remove from their position.
Yeah, when you are expelled from your position, it means that you are no longer in that position. It's different from when you leave the membership of the party and your membership is revoked. So two different things, but it's well written.
This time around, the membership is revoked?
Yes, they are no longer members of the Liberty Party.
Okay, is there room for a comeback if they decide to come back? So they have to come and
only the National Convention can do that, because the violation, the executive committee is only the implementer of the decision, but the decision is actually the National Convention that have given mandate to the party to be part of the CPP and support the CPP candidate. So anyone who violates the National Convention decision, the higher decision making power of the party, only that body can pardon you.
So the decision to expel those people came from the last convention?
The convention gave a mandate that the party stays with the CPP and that the party supports the CPP, and that the CPP framework document become official and the party should go by it. Which means any partisan who go against that is going against the decision of the convention. The executive committee is authorized to act, accordingly, as per the Liberty Party constitution and the CPP framework document. That says that if you support anybody against the CPP, your party should act to expel you. It is written.
Wow. So, Steve?
Well, Chairman, here's a question for you, Chairman. How does this impact the expulsion and revocation of these 5 Liberty Party members? How does this impact the CPP at large quest to come to power? What are the advantages and the disadvantages? Because some people are saying, well, the time is not right for them to do this. I just wait after the election. What do you say, Chairman?
I don't agree. There is no time to enforce law. Okay. If you do that, then you are being expedient. And then tomorrow, you have a situation. I don't want to be like the United Party. That's why United Party is suffering from today. At some point in time, the legal system is good. At another time, it is not good. I don't want to be like that, Steve. We have to uphold the law, the sanctity of our books, our constitution at all times. For me, it doesn't matter. I mean, first of all, these people clearly, have not, been supporting the CPP. They've done everything to honor the CPP, but legally, you cannot do anything unless there is a record to show that they have done otherwise. And by taking up position in the JNB campaign, then it's clear violation.
It's clear violation. So as a chairman, there's been called for the CPP to make a statement about this whole spoon talk and the shutting down of the station, or whatever not. What do you say as a national chairman, as a leader? What do you say?
I think we made a statement yesterday. I'm sorry that you guys didn't see it, but we said that we're following it. We're concerned about it, but we also recognize that it's civil action between an individual, and it's a decision by the court, and we have to study it, know what it is, but we are not in a position to render judgment. we are a responsible party.
Okay, so let me just, and I'm not going to push you on this, but just for the sake of the listening audience here, we have to transcript the ruling from the court. As a matter of fact, this is, somebody will say, it's been long overdue, because the court did rule. The ruling is way back March 10th. That's when the ruling came out, on March 10th. So, there's been over 3 to 4 months now. Here's my question to you too, Chairman. I know President George Weah and the CDC have some, areas, or most areas that they're not doing well in for the country at large. What do you say to some CPP supporters and other members of the opposition who are passing around, making it look like President George Weah shut down the radio station? What do you say to them?
I don't know if is there CPP person that said that?
Yeah, there's some CPP people and there's some opposition members, that are saying,
they're taking the CPP position. The CPP position is very clear, and I'm not aware of any CPP officials that is going to say something contrary to what the CPP has said.
Okay.
We're a very disciplined bunch of people. All we said is that this is something that, look, I have my personal opinion on this, but for the CPP, well, we won't jump to conclusion, and then we recognize that this is a civil matter between an individual and an institution.
Okay, so here's another question for you, Chairman. You and many other Liberian people followed the press conference about Costa on Monday and some of the startling revelations that were in there. Followed by couple of hours later, the chairman of the Unity Party came out, to debunk it blatantly. But then Joseph Yuma Bwaga's son followed up the conversation by admitting, in fact, there was a discussion here. You, from an opposition standpoint, wherein the elections laws and other things are violated, but Joseph Yuma Bwaga getting on a plane and going to Ghana to even discuss 30 million with foreigners. Would the CPP call on the neck to look into this? How does this work? Because the violation of our laws is not only on the certain government. You too, as stakeholder. What is the role of the CPP in this whole quagmire that we have on hand as Liberians?
Steve, the law is a very complicated field, so we normally will tread very gingerly. A crime is not committed until it is committed. So Bwaga met with people, foreigners, to try to get money from them, and they discussed the money, and there's no evidence that he got the money. There's nothing that election commission or any political party can do about that, because there's no evidence that he took the money. The law says don't take the money. The law didn't say don't talk about it. The law didn't say, just yesterday, I think it was in Texas, about watching CNN, and there was this guy that wanted to kill. The guy he got the presidential medal yesterday. They put a black police officer for stopping this guy who was going to commit massacre where the children were having dance, but they stopped him, so he didn't commit the massacre. So they didn't charge him for murder. This guy who was going to kill 50 people got away with an 18-month sentence, because you cannot say that he killed somebody because he didn't kill. It's an attempted murder. So
I have a follow-up on that, Mr. Chairman.
But that's just a premise to the point I want to make. Based on that. The issue for me is not whether or not he took the money, because Costa did not say that he took the money. For me, it's a credibility issue as to whether or not he wanted to take the money, and whether or not he went for the meeting, and whether or not he followed Costa to go to Ghana to attend the meeting. And on moral ground, he did not reject the money. All evidence, including the ticket, the hotel, and what Joseph Boakai Jr. himself said, all of them point to the fact that there was a meeting held and there was money on the table, and it was by foreigners. Nobody is denying those. United Party cannot get away with this. They have to answer this. All this so-called thing, plot, whether the plot, there's no plot. You're just caught in your own games. The way you play everybody, you're just being caught in it. And you will have to explain to Liberian people. Costa has made some very startling revelation, including that of your health. You have to come and say what Costa is saying about my health is not true, or it is true. The people deserve to know that. You cannot behave like that. You cannot say George Weah is a Mumu president. You can't talk. And you're doing the same thing. Boakai is being mum on this issue. We can't accept that, Steve.
So the follow-up question that I have, Mr. Chairman, is that Joseph Nima Boakai, knowing fully well, because I believe he knows, being in government for 47 years, I think he's aware of the fact that he's aware of the campaign financing laws. And I also believe that he understands the Liberia's constitution. And engaging himself with these people, unknown people, and also Joseph Boakai being in bed with Senator Witherspoon, who is an indicted criminal waiting to go to jail. What does that say about Joseph Boakai in terms of morality, in terms of fight for corruption, fight against corruption, and in terms of integrity? Because they say, show me your friend, I'll tell you who you are.
There's more bankruptcy, Sibu. There's no question. The fact that they cannot even answer to this. You know, I just reposted something, Eugene Fagon defending the government of Liberia for closing down Coastal Radio Station. That's the man who is defending Joseph Boakai public relations, who's taking charge. No, my brother. That's not the Liberia we seek. The Liberia we seek and the leaders we seek must be responsible, must be accountable, and must be answerable. If you ignore the people, if something like this happens and you ignore the people, no, you have to pay for that. This is not one of the jolly ride United Party thing that it can take and pull all of us on. No.
Well, okay, I want to ask you this question, Mr. Chairman. Can the CPP make the case against Joseph Boakai that Joseph Boakai will not fight corruption for the fact that he's aligning himself with people of shady characters, that Joseph Boakai can now establish World Economic Crimes Code because he has Prince Johnson on his team, that Joseph Boakai is the opposite of everything Liberia needs right now? Can the CPP make that case to the Liberian people? And you think the Liberian people buy into that?
We have said that Ambassador Boakai does not have, he has lost the moral ground. He says something and does the opposite. Having stand on, Witherspoon as a spokesperson, speaking for him quickly, as compared to responding to a grave allegation that borders on his character. It's been 10 days. He has not responded to that, but within 24 hours, he was able to respond.
Within 3 hours?
Yes, he was able to respond to it. That is something. That says what the vice president cares about and what he doesn't care about. I don't think he cares about his reputation. I don't think he cares about his character. You know, Cebu, for us, Ambassador Barker has not shown credibility to be elected president of this country.
I have something that really been thinking about, and I want you both to to say something about this. You know, Ambassador Barker's health, his condition, the information about him, he been vulnerable. You know, they've been taking a lot of risks with him. Some people ask, where are the men, families? Where are they? His wife, his children, and this and that. But to see Joseph Walker's son in the vanguard of all of these, back and forth, all those negative things, with his father giving his age and his health condition, I don't know. I mean, is he careless about his father's health or his father's situation? He just want to be the son of the president, of our president. I don't know. I mean, this thing is kind of like embarrassing to me.
Why
are they allowing the woman to be this vulnerable? The family.
I try very hard, really, really hard not to personalize politics. Ambassador Baga is a rational being. His family is a rational group of people. I believe that they make decisions that they feel is best for him and best for them. That's the choice that they make. If you were to switch that question around to say that if I had a father at that age, what would I recommend that he do? I would definitely tell him not to run for president at that age. But it is a Joseph Morgan decision, not his family decision. I mean, you and I know that. So I normally will not speak about his family and what they do, because again, we're just what somebody just said today, 86 days to election. We shouldn't burn bridges. This TV is online. It will all be online. Today, you see people playing Eugene Fagon's statement justifying. You see people playing Mo Ali statement justifying the closure of radio station. Just yesterday, these people were justifying closure of radio station around here. Now they want to act like, so that's why I say, I'm happy as an individual. The sense of being in this politics, not a single voice of mine has been used to come back to haunt me, because I'm very careful. So, Ambassador Barker, I think that it's a political decision. I don't think it's a family decision. Yes, as a politician, when you make a major decision, your family plays a major part in it, and I believe that they've talked about it, and that what he's doing now is what they consider the best decision for him, and I respect that.
Steve.
To be honest, I will have to agree with Chenamu's ability that, unfortunately, I don't want to agree with him. I wanted to push him too. But at this point, just the fact that even Joseph Yuma Boaka's song, his junior agreed to even go on a trip and even be the one to come to speak to the public about it. Mr. Kane, it's very concerning. And so this shows to us too that the family is inconcurrent of the things that he's doing. Because if you listen to what Costa said, there are a couple of people that he would consult with, and these people were also on the phone line, which Joseph Boaga Jr. also confirmed. So that means the family is in agreement. So at this point, it is what it is. The family knows exactly what's going on. This should be a political decision or a political thing where family will stay away from. But no, it seems that the family is 100% on board. They're all in. So all is well. Let them do what they got to do. Let it happen. You remember Donald Trump's daughter, Melania Trump, and other people. Yesterday, an article came out, and Donald Trump is not happy with his son-in-law because his son-in-law testified against him or testified to the grand jury about the January 6th, Jared Kushner. Now, here's the issue. Donald Trump's daughter does not want to be involved with all of the politics thing again because after the election when he lost, he saw the public backlash. And she has a future. So you don't bring your children into these kind of things. You don't bring your family into these kind of things because it has the potential to also dent and put some serious problem on their lives and their character, especially the young people. So, I mean, that's where they are. Joseph Baga family is fully in the knowing from what we have been hearing from the public now. They know about some of the deals that are happening behind closed doors. So guess what? They're all culpable. They're all culprits. Let them enjoy it. Let them do what they got to do.
So that means, but sometimes there's anything I want to say, but I can't. I'm somehow constrained not to say certain things. But what I want to ask you, Steve, the election will be in 3 months or maybe in 90 days or less. People who are afraid of saying certain things, like Ability just said, you can't burn preachers. You don't want to burn all the preachers. But there are certain people that no matter what happened, they will never support you. They rather sit home. They rather not support either party when certain people go to the second round. So should we worry about everybody, owing to the fact that, the second round is there, we don't want to hurt other people, when in fact, there are certain people, no matter what you do, they're not going to support you. Hold on, let me meet you. Yeah, Mr. Chairman, if you want to talk to you, I just meet you. That's fine. Yeah. So, Steve, should the people really walk on the fine line to avoid, some problem in the future? Should they go for the second round, or should we just play politics as politics and think about what happened in the second round when we got to the second round?
Well, here's the truth of the matter. Some people will not support you. I don't care what are you. And for no reason, some people for obvious reasons. In this case, it's up to you. Use discretionary measures to define who you will walk on eggshells with or who you will not. In the case of the CPP and the Unity Party, let me say this to maybe other people. Me, I'm a politician. So I can play safe. I can talk it the way I can talk it the way I'm supposed to talk it. There is nothing you will do to convince some members of the Unity Party to support Chairman Musa Bedete, to support Elizana Cummings, Charlene Bronski. There is nothing. Even if you go to the biggest prayer person in the world or the biggest juju man in the world, they will tell you, don't have a head. Don't people, they will not be on your side. So, I mean, at this point, it's up to the CPP or other opposition.
And there's nothing they can do to tell her to support them.
Exactly. So at this point, what I can say is this. What I can say to this question, Mr. Kane, in as much as it's a deeply rooted political question, I think at this point, people should dwell on facts to make decisions or to make statements, like the chairman said earlier. They're still following the whole spoon talk issue. Yeah. They cannot jump the gun and make statements. They cannot jump the gun and make statements. However, wherever the facts lead, we are ahead of them because we have the facts. We have the information, which we'll talk about more tomorrow. But they have to take a stand and they have to draw a line. And when you are in this kind of situation, Mr. Kane, where you are in politics and you identify who's not for you and who for you, This is a competitive process. You can't hate on Joey or CDC because you know you're in a competition. Then you want to ignore, you want to play safe with United Party because you think they don't.
Who plays the team? Forget it.
No. I'm not chairman. Not you necessarily.
For the CPP, we know that Joe will go second round.
Okay.
No, I don't see the human being that still living that get capacity to change a citizen. So that 30% will vote for Joe and he will go second round. No question.
Mr. Chairman, somebody complained to me. Somebody complained to me that why is it that Chairman Benedict insisting? Because I want you to clear the air on this, and I told the person I'll bring it to you, I'll bring it on. I'm not going to talk about it to you, in the back. I will ask you the question in public so you can react to it. Maybe the person is watching. The person said, why is it that Chairman Benedict continue giving CDC 30%, 33%, 30%, 33%, and making it to look like the CDC got that vote packed in the refrigerator, they're waiting for them, they can just take it anytime. Is he supporting the CDC, or is this something like he just wants the CDC to go to the second round? So I want you to react to this thing in public so that let's know exactly what's going on.
Diego, I'm a realistic politician.
Okay.
And I follow statistics very well. We have had 3 elections in the last 18 years. CDC has gone to the second round of all.
Mm-hmm.
All. That's reason number 1. Reason number 2, the fact that we are even creating a competition between Joseph Barker and Alice Cummings as to competence and capacity tells you that reasonability in our country is in short supply.
Can you repeat that so that the layman can understand what I mean?
Okay, you want me to rephrase it?
Rephrase it.
You have someone who has been in government, according to their own account, for 42 years with nothing to show. Nothing. We have been begging on them to show us a flagship achievement. In early government, when this happened, I put my foot down. I went to the president. I said, I can't accept this, Madam President. This needs to stop. Whether the president did it or not, which one? As vice president, my office, we had a small budget of 3, 4, 5 million every year. With that money, this is what I did for 18 years. Where? But yet, there is a competition between Alice Cummings, whose achievement is clear, concise, and readable anywhere.
Yep.
There's no question about his capacity. There's no question about his capability. There's no question about his credibility. But yet, there's competition between he and Barker. What that says about our reasonability, and I'm trying to be more safer, our sense of reasoning. It means that it's in short supply, Sekou.
Yeah.
That we should not be in that battle here today. But we are in it. What it tells you. So, yeah.
So that means you're saying,
Sekou, have you been able, since you've been on your talk show, have you been able to convince any citizen to change?
I want to change one constitution.
The only people you changing that people who joined CDC after the election and they frustrated and they left. But the one who were created as citizen, have you been able to change them?
No, actually, none of them have not been able to.
I like to be, so I should go waste my resources, my time, and my energy on citizen. When I have 60% of the population that I can make sound decision, reasonable decision there, and I can go to them and say, let's do that, and I can get that.
Mr. Chairman, let me disagree with you for a minute.
Oh, which is you're right.
Okay. I think some citizens can vote otherwise. You know Darrell Dillon? You know Darrell Dillon? Darrell Dillon, today's senator, because of some angry citizens.
No, Sekou.
So citizens voted for Dillon.
No, Sekou, let me explain this to you. I want you, you're speaking to a man with experience. I've been Maserati chairman before.
Okay.
The vote that CDC got in Thomas for a vote, CDC had never gotten that vote for any senator in the history of CDC. Finish with a telephone call. Let me repeat it to you so that you can hear it and check the record.
Yes, I'm here, sir. Go ahead.
Sekou, the vote CDC got for Thomas Fala when Darrell Dillon defeated him. No candidate for CDC senatorial seat has ever won that number of votes, including George Weah. Thomas Fala got more votes than George Weah when he and Robert Stelly ran.
Wow.
They 60% of the population of Maserati came together and voted against the CDC. That's why the CDC lost. And Dillon, Maserati chairman now, and United Party in the team, and the guy Kennedy, Dillon will go prove now that he's popular. Go obviously, in 90 days, we'll see what Dillon can do in Maserati. Nonsense.
Mr. Chairman,
at the end of the day,
is this people going to win Maserati?
Yes. CPP will emerge victorious in Maserati.
CPP can win Maserati.
It will win Maserati.
And
the battle in Maserati is between CPP and CDC, and CPP will prevail.
But
on the presidential ticket.
How confident are you?
Simple, I know what I'm talking. You are talking to the chairman of the CPP.
So,
you ask me?
Well, we will see. We shall see. That's why SKTV will have people in all the corners and all the polling centers, all the precincts to make sure that we bring up to date and in real time all the information. So Mr. Chairman, speaking of the presidential election, do you think there are voters that didn't vote for the CDC in the senatorial election, but they will vote for CDC? Or do you think there are people too that voted for certain people? Let's say some people voted for Sir Joseph for senator, but knowing the fact that George Weah is incompetent or is inept, you think they could go vote for Cummings? Because they want to change the country.
Many people.
They can still vote for Cummings. They vote for people like Sir Joseph.
That is the majority of the people. They will vote conscious people. They will vote for CPP. And the biggest surprise in this election will be Maserati.
Can you give a number? Can you put in a number to it? Like you think the percentage in the percentage why the CPP can win in Maserati?
We'll win about 35% of the vote in Maserati.
35% in Maserati. If you win that means you will win the election.
Not necessarily.
Because if you win that and then win in the Bassa belt, and
you still need that same amount across the country in order to make it to the second round.
When you get 30% in the first round, that means you can win the election. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, but simple. You know, like I said, we are statisticians. We have almost, we have 900,000 votes. Statistically, for the last 3 elections, only 75% of the people have come to vote on election day. So with 900,000, if you have 75%, that's about 675,000 people that will come. 35% of that number.
That would be around 25,000 or so.
Yeah, my phone is, I don't know. 900,000. I'll give our audience chance to. So 35% of that amount is 233,000.
Yeah.
236,000. You need about 500,000 votes. So you need vote from Nimba, from the Bassa Belt. You need about extra 500 minimum, and this is bare minimum. You need another 263,000 votes that you will have to get from the southeast to
from Magibi, from Bon County.
No, from Musa, I'm on the line. Are you not seeing me? Get up from here, man.
The kids, they always do that.
Yes.
That's okay.
So at the end of the day, the southeast will come very heavily to us. The global people are resolved. Nimba County, we will get minimum 75,000 votes guaranteed.
So if you get 200,000 votes in Monserrato, 220 or more, and get 75,000 votes in Nimba, and assume that you get at least 100,000 votes in.
We'll get another 75,000 in the southeast.
What about Bassa?
And then the Bassa Belt is where we gonna get. Besides Monserrato, that will be our second catch, and that will be around 100,000 votes. The Bassa Belt has almost 250,000 votes.
So are we talking about the first one here?
Huh?
Are we talking about the first round here? The number is expected?
We'll go to the second round. Nobody will win the first round.
I mean, the numbers you're giving now, those are the numbers you
The CPP has huge flexibility in the election. The areas that we have to focus are not contested heavily. Grand Bassa, for instance, the whole Bassa Belt. And look at that. All the Bimo, Dillon, and Young Blime, ain't so job we are there today. There's no look, the Bassa people are not crazy. They are, if not the most rational, they are one of the most rational people in this country. You would never leave a child of Bassa on a ticket to vote for somebody else. It's not going to happen. You're just wasting their time.
Will you be surprised though if you go otherwise?
It will not go otherwise.
Okay, so somebody asks, but why is it that CPP did not put a candidate in Nimba against Prince Johnson, but they put candidate in Riverside? Can you respond to that?
Why you compare? Why have you Riverside?
Because they say that Imai Yato used to be with Mr. Cummings. He was supporting Cummings. He says he support Cummings. And on the other hand, Prince Johnson supports GNB. And Imai Yato say he still support Cummings. But CPP has a candidate in Riverside. And Prince Johnson, who is on the other hand, CPP has no candidate against him. Do you have any answer to that?
It's a strategy. The CPP chairman from Nimba. Nimba strategy is different, special.
Okay.
We don't just put Kennedy, and there are reasons why we should do that. Somewhere here I cannot say here, but I would believe that the strategy we have in Nimba will work in our favor. If you know Nimba politics, you know how to play it, you get what you want. There are things that the Nimba people want, there are things that they don't want. There are things that they can do, and there are things that they cannot do. You need to know them. And Nimba politics is completely removed from Liberian politics. So if you treat it as a national politics, you're going to get a bloody nose.
So do we know whether or not the CDC putting a candidate in Nimba for senator? Do you know?
I don't know. I don't follow it. Well, I won't be surprised if they do. But I haven't followed.
Have you guys concluded on the number of candidates for senators in all the countries now?
It finished yesterday, so I won't get a report on the Monday. But I think the CPP, we got a total of 67 candidates, both in the House and Senate, and we have the highest number of women in the
race.
In the race, we have 17 women in the race, higher than anybody. Nobody even come a distant second to us, even halfway second to us. So we're very proud of that. The VSB worked overtime to achieve this. You know, she worked overtime to achieve this.
Mr. Chairman, that is very good. But I think our understanding is that we have about 73 representatives, correct? The seats.
Yeah, the whole country, yes.
For the whole country. But we have over 800 people running for representative.
Not bad. That's the essence of democracy.
What?
800
plus.
Yeah, divided by 73. That's about 10, 11 per district. That's fine. In our district, we have 5 persons. Some district. The single most contested position in Liberia this year is the presidency. The presidency got more candidates than any of the position in Liberia. Not a single one of the representatives reached that number. Not a single one of the senators reached that number. The people who running for a single post, the presidency. I'm still trying to understand what is going on.
So, how many representatives CPP is poised to win? You think CPP can win?
We're projecting about 25.
You can get 25 out of 70? Out of 73?
Yeah, we will get 25 minimum.
It could be more or less? Or it
could be more, not less. It could be more.
What about Senate?
Senate, we're looking at about 3. And Monserrato is among that.
You think you can win Monserrato?
Yes. The people who will vote for us will vote for our senatorial candidate.
But we have not seen a lot of movement in terms of your senatorial candidate being, sold to the people.
We've been a bit slow with the Monserrato campaign team, so that has affected not just the senatorial, most of the representative seat, but all that's going to change. This week.
So once the campaign goes in full swing, you will have all the people, all those people active and
correct.
Wow. So you say you expect 3. They include Monserrato, and where else? Do we know?
I think we have a very good chance in Riverside and Grand Crew and Maryland.
And how many senatorial seats are up for grabs?
15 around the country, all the countries, one in each country.
If you expect only 3, is that enough? Is that sufficient?
Because we didn't post it everywhere. We didn't post it in Lofa. We didn't post it in Bonn. We didn't post it in Nimba. We didn't post it in Cape Mount. We didn't post it. We were very moderate. We are focusing on the presidential election. To just do dump people on the way our politics looks, sometimes if you're not careful, for instance, if you go to Bonn, you carry Kennedy there, then there's another candidate whose people may vote for you, but when they see you campaigning for the rival of their own senatorial candidate, you may lose that vote. So we did a good simulation on this. Yes.
So, Mr. Chairman, what is the biggest surprise that we could see in this election, in these elections, October 10th?
ABC winning first round.
ABC winning first round, that'll be the biggest surprise?
Yes, we could win this first round.
Is it possible?
Yes. I think they are changing minds and changing attitude.
What?
So we don't be shocked.
I'm shocked to hear that.
There's a silent majority of up to 40% of the people who have voting cards in their hand. We done 3 polls. Those 40% of people say, I will make the decision that is best for the country. 40%. There is a shocker there.
Yeah. So, Mr. Chairman, I want to say thank you for coming on. So you tomorrow, I mean next Sunday, you will not be on tomorrow, but next Sunday, as we have, always been, I want to say thank you at least for being available.
Yeah.
I wanted to take a few calls while you're here.
Yes, of course.
Okay. So, folks, Steve will taking a quick break. But if you are here and want to participate in this conversation, our lines are open. Somebody just called, but I think that person was not calling to. I thought the person was calling to actually ask the chairman a question. But you can call in. We will take maximum of 5 calls, and then you tell us. You can ask the chairman.
Yeah, Mr.
Kane, people will call.
Okay, hold on. Mr. Chairman, we got a first caller here. So, caller, what is your name and where are you calling from? And what is your question for the chairman?
Hello?
Yes.
Hello?
Yes, oh man, we can hear you. I always told you when you call in, don't listen to the thing you're listening to, just listen to your phone.
Yeah, okay. I always told you when you call in, don't listen to the thing you're listening to, Okay, I'm from Maryland. I'm from Maryland.
Okay, go ahead.
But I'm leaving.
Yeah.
I live in Taxi, Austin.
Yeah, the woman stay having trouble. That's the woman Thompson that always call from that place. Yeah, caller, what is your name and where you calling from? 404.
Yes, I'm calling from Atlanta, Georgia. My name is Marie Pratt. And I just want to tell Mr. Benedict, thank you for everything that he's doing in secretary, because I was in secretary in June. And I went to the radio station every day. I talked to most of the boys. I went to one of the meetings. And I mean, secretary is beautiful. Everything that he's doing. And he used to talk about the time. So, Mr. Benedict, thank you so much.
Thank you, my dear sister.
My name is Marie Pratt, and every day I went to your radio station and I talked to the guys, and they're doing really good.
And I want to say thank you to you too for being of key supporters and fan of SKTV. We appreciate you.
You welcome.
Okay.
So I just want to tell Mr. Benedict, thank you, and I was very, very proud of secretary. I left Liberia 1991, and my first time going back to Liberia. Mr. Benedict, thank you so much for what you do for secretary. Don't listen to what anybody say. Don't let anybody to bring you down. What God cannot do, it does not exist.
Thank you.
When people are jealous of people, you will say anything to discourage the people. My whole house showed me the ID. And it was your picture on the ID. It was your picture on the ID. So, Mr. Benedict, thank you so much for what you did for Secretary and what you did for the Nima people. So
thank you. Thank you, my sister.
Thank you, my sister. Thank you, my sister. God bless you.
Let's go to the next caller here. Another 401 number. What is your name and where you calling from? 5590.
Hold on.
Hello, my name is Emmanuel Chilojima, Providence.
Emmanuel, go ahead quickly.
And I'd like to thank the chairman for coming on. And for the record, I'm a CPP supporter. And I think that he's very confident about the numbers he's giving about the election. I'm not sure whether he's talking as a politician or those numbers are real. I'd like to know where is he getting that confidence from.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. So yeah, let's go to the caller here.
Oh, I got 2 callers.
Okay. Let me take this one and go to you. Say your number. What is your name and where are you calling from?
My name is Sylvester Dagwa. I called you the last time, but you forgot to relay my message to Musa Benedict, my former classmate.
I apologize. I will now you are here. Go ahead. I think I did, but I forgot your name. I told him, but I forgot your name.
Yeah, you still did, but you forgot my name. Hey, Musa Benedict, this is your boy Sylvester. What's up, my man?
Hey, Sylvester, what's up?
Not much. I just called and said thank you, man. You know, I appreciate what you're doing for the country. I appreciate what you're doing for everybody down there. Keep your hands up, bro. We support you. You're a solid majority. We just support you in the background, okay?
Thank you, brother. Thank you, brother.
Wow.
All right.
You call it. You hold the line. Let's go to Steve to take a few calls so we can call it a day. Steve, go ahead.
Yeah, I got two people on here. Yeah, go ahead first.
Yeah, go ahead with both people.
The woman before the man.
Ladies before gentlemen.
Yeah, ladies before gentlemen. Yeah, go ahead. The chairman can listen to you. The chairman hear you.
Hi, Moses.
And who get our voice there?
The one and only Beverly Pachibo.
Oh, okay. I thought of Tiola. I should cut it off. Well, Beverly, Vicky. Talk to Beverly.
I'm a little disappointed because I'm a straight shooter, and if I get into something, I get into something to win. Like, I'm not the doubting Thomas says because I live in this great nation. Especially, I live in Atlanta, Georgia, when people thought Republicans could not win anything here. The election, like Musa Beledi keep making it seem like there is a bound that God signed with those we are that you win, you'll be in the runoff. We just had an election with Donald Trump, and he lost. With all the racism in the country, with everything else, people stood up for country and not an individual. So it's not just we are God getting right to be in the roundup. So if people are planning to cheat, and you establishing that those we are should be in the roundup, it's not his birthright. Liberian people are tired. And you didn't ask questions. We have almost, at that time, they said, well, 4 million people. And less of those people voted. We didn't ask questions why those other people sit home. And now they will stand up because they have been sitting on their face for so long. And some people have been making decisions for them. And now they're going to stand up and kick George Weah out. But because you have spoken and said George Weah will be in the run-up, so you will make that possible. I don't care what they say about 7 Leon. They can say 7 Leon, the president cheated one, but they have nothing to show that he cheated. But he won first round. So you are establishing the same thing that when George Weah wins first round, and then it will say, oh, the CPP chairman already said you were going to be in the second round, so what's different that you won the first round? It's not George Weah birthright. You read people don't know. The people that don't talk. The people that don't go on comment show. Or the indicted criminal show to say, oh, they're going to sit in the house and call 50 time and say, oh, they're voting for Joseph Waka or George Weah. Serious people don't call, okay? Because they know what they want. Only agents call over and over to say, oh, they want Joseph Waka. So I want you to desist from saying George Weah will be in the second round. It's not his birthright. What George Weah has done to our people, we are suffering, we are dying. He needs to be kicked out in the first round. he has no space to be in the roundup. And I rest.
Thank you. Let's have the second person quick.
Yeah, go ahead quickly.
Yes, caller, go ahead.
Yeah, this Cyrus calling, man. President Monk calling.
Yeah, Monk.
I don't know. I think Reveling's trying to be a little bit emotional. I think the chairman's strategy is a perfect strategy. The chairman, I don't know. He speaks like someone I got a master's in analytics because I just in total agree on what he said. Even if you don't want to agree, you have to look at historical data to make decisions. And the chairman's strategy is CDC is an incumbent, and the chairman is right. The way people process information, like bro, look at the voting population. You want to make that case. They are the incumbent. They have done it before in past elections. So even we know that there's nothing that is guaranteed election, but your strategy got to be based on past historical data. And that's what the chairman trying to say. That we know that one way or another, Georgia is going to make it a round number 2. So the strategy got to be based on that. If Georgia doesn't make it a round number 2, okay, then it's logical. But I don't think he meant to say that Georgia got a particular number that is 2, that is 100% guaranteed. We all know that the opposition in Georgia from 2005 is 3 to 7. 7 of the candidates always vote, of the voters always vote opposition, and 30%. It was for the first time that Georgia exceeded 25% because it was a coalition.
Right.
And it's not citizen, it's a coalition. So the chairman's calculation is very, at best, it's very smart. And the second thing I wanted to talk about was the whole idea of Dillon. You see, if you have to rerun that election 1,000 times, Dillon will beat. Dillon is going to win 1,000 times because Dillon was a consensus candidate. It's not because he was a better candidate individually, but he was the only candidate that everybody unanimously consented about that they were going to vote for him. It's something that CDC couldn't process. I told people, even if you were to put Georgia on the ticket against Dillon, Dillon will flop Georgia because there are more opposition. The ratio is 3 to 1 opposition for the CDC. So if you have to go to that election for the second tier or fourth tier, it doesn't matter who's on the ballot. Dillon was always going to beat that person. It been there before. So it's not an argument to me. But Mr. Chairman, I know I love your optimism, but the whole thing that Cummings can weigh around the world, that's the only thing I'm not going to buy. But the strategy itself, I think it makes a lot of sense. And I really want to talk about the Joseph issue. Time to do it.
No.
The analysis, I'm surprised. I didn't know my chairman know none of this, but I thought he was speaking from the board of the, how they call it, his statisticians and stuff.
No.
Very brilliant point.
Yeah, but
should be that Georgia is already in round number 2. It's not guaranteed he's going to be there, but based on historical data, you got to put him there. That's just the reality.
Yeah, Monk. Before you go, I know Sekou and the chairman will take over and clarify some of these things. But quick question, you earlier when you called, I put you on hold and I couldn't bring you in because the chairman was speaking and I don't know how long he would have spoken for. But the hope Joseph Boaga issue with what the United Party chairman said as opposed to what Joseph Boaga's son said. What is your take on it really quick? Let's give you maybe 30 seconds to a minute.
United Party is having a PR crisis because you cannot get the chairman and the son to agree on one thing.
Right.
The meeting never existed, but then the son in our audio claim he projected that he know more about his father than even the political party leader,
right,
or the Luther Taffy or whosoever. I was like, I told you, Steve, I love to sound like a broken record because now when you tell people things, they take 2-3 times before they can really process it. The only thing that is happening, where they thought it's a strategy, everything that Costa said was the truth. The only thing is, I told you, I said, based on Costa history and personality,
right,
that's why they took out that particular snippet of Costa rented for 35 minutes. But they zone in on that 30 million because they believe that based on Henry Costa's greed for money, how he cut deals, they could use it to squash out everything that he said. But guess what? They themselves, they are only reaffirming what Costa said based on the statement from the chairman and the Joseph Boaga's son. That's just why it is. I thought you understand how people like to make decisions. I have to say the vast majority of all are dumb. Even the ruling party or the government always do that, They assume that even if we are presenting lies, the people that we accept that will rationalize will be less than 10 to 20%. But the vast majority of our people here, they are so entrenched politically, they are so entrenched tribally, so they won't even buy into that. But the reality are that everything that Costa said is the truth. There were consensus, there were options on the table. The only difference was Joseph Boaga never accepted the precondition from the people that came with the money. That's it. Yep. That's where the whole deal for about. It's fair about.
All right, thank you so much.
Thank you, bro.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so
I'll take the last 2 callers here, and then we go to the chairman.
Okay.
Chairman Mohammed Enzadollah from Minnesota, my own brother. How you doing, sir?
I'm all right. Thank you very much for having me. I just want to say, Mr. Chairman, we are so proud of you. You are not in this fight just for yourself. A lot of people look up to you. Every day in your absence, when you're not around on Facebook or social media, we defend you. We defend you because you are doing the honorable thing. We defend you because you are making way for other people, not only for yourself. And I want to say this publicly. Look, I don't care what people say. Right now in Liberia, people can come back and say, oh, it's not a good statement. You are the only guy we have, man. And when you look back, when you're moving, when you look back, when you think, just think of my name. Think of millions of people back there. Father, we are standing with you. You are doing the right thing. We are so proud of you. Wallahi, billahi, Allah. Wow. Thank you very much. That's all I wanted to say.
Wow. That was Mohammed Enzadola, former chairman of Famusa Board of Directors. He's saying that they are very proud of you. You should count on him and millions of other people, thousands of other people. Like the last caller here, 267. Man, people don't want the chairman to go, but we just want to take in one more last call.
Sir,
Yeah, what is your name and where you calling from? A lot of people calling, but I will not take everybody.
Yeah, this is your begin. Credible Sharif from Philadelphia.
Oh, okay, from Philadelphia. Man, that man. Go ahead quickly.
Also, Mr. Video, also you're going to remember my girl as well. I'm also looking forward to speaking with him after this call, maybe tomorrow, because I guess it's kind of late back then. Yeah, I just want to say big thank you to our chairman, the powerful chairman in Monrovia. I mean, in Liberia right now. I trust him. I've never seen him in person. I wish he came this convention because it was going to be a moment for me to have seen my chairman since. But yes, I just want to let you guys know I trust his ability and CPP trust him. And then all of us here in the diaspora and including our family members back home, we all trust him and Mr. Cummins as well. And the CPP is a victory in this coming election, and everybody knows that. And I just want to say we all should continue working, and I will look forward to speaking with him after the show.
Thank you so much. Thank you. So, Chairman, back to you. I mean, there are a lot of calls. I apologize to people who, were not able to go through. There are a lot of calls.
Beverly. From Atlanta, yeah. I first.
She's a CPPNC.
Yes. First, I must tell her that I apologize for offending her emotion. Where I sit, I have to be dispassionate. Look at the facts. Beverly, unfortunately, this is the country you have. Look at the leaders you have. Look at those that they have elected over the years. Where we are, we're not going to get out of here overnight. I guarantee you that. We are at least at the point where about 40% of the population can make rational decisions. I'm being very careful here, and I want you to understand this. It is those 40% rational people that we and the United Party are fighting over. The energy that you and I have cannot be misdirected. Believe me, I know how you feel, and again, I apologize. But the Liberia that you have, that elected the caliber of people that you have today as your leaders.
Yeah.
The Liberia that you have that has accepted what is going on with us today. Barely. Just we was just in Bassa. The motorcyclists. So for me, that's my way of saying I've given up on 30% of the vote of population. There's nothing I can do about that. I'm not giving John Weir a pass, and if that's how it sounds, my apology. I don't like to put myself under any like a football player where even if you know that your opponent plays better, you say I'm gonna win the game because you need that as confidence to go. I'm working the numbers. I'm looking at the reality. Apparently, this is Liberia, where the person who's driving for you can envy you and go to the pool and vote against the person that the person knows you are supporting. This is Liberia, even though knowing that their livelihood is coming from your pocket. That the country you find yourself in, it will not change overnight. We continue to work. This election, we focus on the rational people and tell them, don't waste your vote on the Unity Party. They've been there before. And they're coming back. They cannot point to what each of them individually did. The person who was leading them, they devour her and expel her. They've hurt so many people along the way. They've created so many enemies. We're talking about Costa today. Hey, my people. Is there anyone who have suffered in Costa here more than me in this country? But the way I live my life, I'm a rational being. I focus on Liberia. If Costa action is going to help me to achieve my political goal, I will applaud it. And that's why I applaud Costa action. And that's why we insist that Baga must respond to it. But I'm sorry, Beverly. I do not see a scenario where the Unity Party and the CPP or any other party will go to the second round. And it's not easy. Your people that you left behind here, the way they can think. You have 20 persons running to be president. I guarantee you that at least each of them will get minimum 500 votes. The 19 people that are running on that list are going to take tickets from the opposition.
Vote.
They're not taking vote from Georgia. I even believe that a couple of those candidates are purposely put in that race with the involvement of the government. So at the end of the day, I'm just being realistic. There is more. Look at my district. My district have 5 persons running. There are 20 persons in Beverly running for president. With all the resources that this government has at its disposal. You saw the motorcyclists today. They are brand new. I mean, they've never been the way they were today.
What happened? They endorsed somebody today?
We are.
Some motorcyclists?
Yeah, from Monrovia, yeah. They had that program in the morning and then they went to go. So
this is supporting we are?
Yes.
That money, they give them money.
Of course.
Yeah.
That's money. They've gone everywhere. They're going to go everywhere. If you go to Nimba County, you see the CDC is moving. So I'm looking at the 60% of Liberians. I will take 20% to be partisan, and I'm taking 40% to be reasonable people. And that all of us, the Unity Party, the LPP, all the other parties, we are all going to fight for those numbers. I don't mean to give him pass. And my apologies. I've been a victim of my way of doing things. I've been accused, but Beverly, it doesn't matter to me. I know we're on a mission together. I see your passion every day, and I can't afford to have someone like you feeling bad. So for that, I'm sorry. All your chairman is saying, I want us to focus and direct our battle where we can easily convince people. Citizens are like terrorists. I get that. I mean, they can work for you, they drive for you, they clean for you. They will go vote for Joe. You know, don't want them that on the street, they call them Zogo. You know, don't mind them. You get your money to the election, they don't go for Joe. So I don't have time for them. The people that I have time for are the people that you and I communicate with. And they got a majority. That's why when you hear people say they don't defeated sedition, don't believe it. Sir Joseph got more vote than George Manuel Weah got in 2014 when you were running to be senator. He on the record is statistically correct. So they rally sedition to defeat us. But guess what? The 60% came together and voted against them. Dillon is going around to say he got a chance. In 90 days, he's going to support a senatorial candidate. And let's see the result. We're going to see the result.
Presidential candidate.
Huh?
You mean a presidential candidate?
No, I mean senatorial candidate. And he's the chairman for Monserrato campaign for Baja. So you will be campaigning.
You get somebody running for senator?
I believe they will. Yes, they do. Yes.
But where am I going to go?
No, I mean, for me, I think Wemape is a good candidate. As an Imbayan, if I voting here, I'll vote for him. But at the end of the day,
you want Wemape and leave the CPP candidate? Come on now.
Well, I will first of all get him in the CPP. I will not betray the CPP.
Well, Wemape is accused of being a crook. But anyway, I don't want to.
He's not. He's a very honest man. Believe me.
Wemape was caught in a deal with doing the protest where they took money. They Costa and Delon, all of them took money.
What are you talking about? I mean, it wasn't about the people that. So why you leaving Delon? I mean,
you know what I'm saying? That was the Delon and Costa.
That
means none of them have integrity.
I don't think he's occupying leadership position in the.
Yeah,
but what I'm trying to say, what I'm trying to say now, CPP got Kennedy in Monserrato, CDC got Kennedy in Monserrato, and Unity Party got Kennedy in Monserrato. Dillon has been given the chance now to prove his popularity. And let's see, we're less than 90 days away. Let's see his performance.
Steve, unless you have a question for the chairman, we got to let the chairman go. We got to.
We got to call it a date.
But as you have any final thing to say, then we can ask the chairman to do his parting comment.
No, I think we'll wait for the chairman when he comes on the official. You know, today even though it should have been official, but it looked as though
I dropped the ball because chairman sent me the message, but I didn't see the message before I came on the show.
Oh, okay, yeah. So, but the only thing I can say is in the next few weeks we'll be pushing the chairman in very, very hard because we want to find out too. You know what's going on with the CPP. I know I saw a couple of videos today with Charlene Bronskin with some women. I know you're making some move, but we also want to know exactly what's going on too, while we are following other people, other political parties as well.
And Steve, thank you, sir, for bringing some. Mr. Chairman, let me say this to you. And I hope Mr. Cummings and the entire CPP, they are listening or they will listen to this. The momentum the CPP had or has came from few things. And one of them is continuing appearance on talk shows, on radio, and public area. If Comey slow down with appearance, going on talk show, making the case, because he can better explain more than any other candidate I know when it comes to the issue. And every time he goes on a show, he wins a mind. If they slow down, everything will slow down on you people. Whatever you're doing right now, from talk show to talk show, is helping the CPP greatly. So you should encourage your people. Charlene Bransky, she's very, very, very outspoken. She's brilliant. Mr. Comey understands the issue. He knows how to speak to the issues. But if they think staying behind, people forget about you again. In the next 90 days, if the CPP want to do something, they want to win, they need to do more talking on radio stations, on talk shows, every day for the next, if not chairman, it'll be Charlie. If not Charlie, it should be the man himself. But you can't leave the media space empty. You got to make your presence felt. That's my advice to you people. And I hope they are listening.
So let me say this to you. The CPP has a strategy. That strategy is in place. I'm the chairman of the CPP. I will not rest until election day. Election day, when you come up phone, you will not answer. I'll be sleeping. I'll be sleeping. That's what I'm going to do. Hold on to you. No. That's what I'm going to do. I will be sleeping. Because I'm not stopping. Right now, my team is preparing me for my nationwide tour. I'm going on a nationwide tour, my brother. I'm going all over the country. I'm starting from the Western Belt. I'm going to Lopa. I'm going to Southeast, since Africa, everybody can pass, I'll pass there and go there. And I will campaign from door to door, from house to house, to get my candidate elected. We're not stopping. There are human body involved. Sometimes it's tough. Those people, they just came from America, a lot of traveling, a lot of up and down over there. The SB is, some days I can spend like almost 48 hours. I can see him. Because it comes with the work. It's hard. But we feel good. We even our opponents know that we are a contender. So we're in a good position. And all we're telling you right now, Sekou, is that these elections are here. And believe me, we're ready for war. UP is not going to care. The party is a spent force. They are a bunch of contradiction. Everything about them is contradictory. Yesterday, Mo Ali and their so-called Talking Tom or Eugene Fagon was defending the closure of Henry Costa radio station just yesterday. And today, I saw that idiot yesterday talking about thousands of Liberians are going towards home station to go to that radio station. I mean, sometimes if you are illiterate and you think that you get sent, it's a sickness, eh? I mean, this man think that he's able to say that and that will result into people going there. Really? But anyway, that's United Party for you. That United Party will be there. They don't even need an answer to an allegation raised against the credibility and the health. So you know me, I'm one person, I don't like to talk about the health of somebody. But if he's going to be president of Liberia and somebody say that he has a serious health issue, his voters need to know. All of us, even those of us who are not voting for him, need to know. Because he could be president of Liberia.
Yep.
So the fact that they don't even see that as an obligation, as a responsibility, that says everything. Cummings, they brought this guy who admitted that he lied on Cummings, but we spent 2 years that now, it's gone away. Explain to people that Cummings is not again. Barker think that you shouldn't explain that what Costa said is true. You know why they cannot deny it? Because if they deny it, Costa will go the extra length to prove it. And they will be further humiliated.
Thank you.
That's what denying it.
Thank you so much.
Thank you very much.
Time, as always. And we were talking it back, but
yes.
we appreciate the time you spend with us. By the way, people, because of Gemability's presence today, up to this point, we are still on the radio. Can you imagine? We're over 3 hours.
Yeah, on the radio across the country.
I know, and we are across the country, and we.
And so, by the way, we are putting up 2 other stations within the next 10 days.
Yeah, I heard another one's supposed to be in Buchanan, right?
One coming up in Buchanan next week, and then one coming up in Bond City, Nimba County, District 7.
So that we're not already we are talking about so.
Yeah. So
yeah.
Let me say this, Gemability, what you just did, not every leader can do that, especially, to speak to your people when they express their disagreement with you, to speak to them in calmness and with respect. I think Beverly feels so big today because the chairman especially addressed her concern with utmost respect. That's big. So before we close, I'm going to say this to somebody. Say, oh, Sekou say he's neutral, but he is advising CPP. Yes. Do you know how many times I've advised Joseph Nima Bwakai to go to the radio station, they even come on SKTV and want to be taken seriously? To discuss everything, including his health, including his age, including his fitness to be president of Liberia. I've said this, I've said to CPP, CDC, that job we have been talking. You can't sit down over there and say, want to be president for all, we're doing nothing. Similarly, we have said that Kumi should be talking, and he's been talking, and he's been paying off for him. Joseph Nimabwaka, same thing. You can't sit down and want to be president. You can't sit down in the corner there and say you want to be president. You got to pay yourself. Kumi's there and Tiawon Gonglo there, going from one station to another station, from one talk show to another talk show. But do you know how many people feel disrespected for keeping them, incommunicado, refusing to talk to the people? People feel disrespected about that. You
want replace Georgia? You acting General Georgia.
You even want to. I don't understand. I don't understand.
You say you want to replace Georgia, but you say Georgia can't talk. You're not talking nothing.
Anything for that matter.
At least Georgia go all around here now. Yeah, you coming from back. You not saying that there's allegation, grave allegation against you.
Allegation.
Your person, your character, your health. And you're not saying nothing there yet. That issue will be on the burner on the election day.
Well, thank you, Mr. Chairman. Thank you so much. So, folks, that's it. Thank you, Mr. O'Neill Robert. And I want to say thank you to the entire crew at Truth FM. Even though Melbourne is still enjoying his wedding, and but O'Neill made it possible for us. So yes,
yeah, Mr. Canada, before we go,
let me say this quickly. So I want to say thank you to those of you who contributed $10, $15, $20 here and there for the birthday man. It continues tomorrow. So please, if you have anything to share with our birthday man, feel free to do it. We will make sure he receive it and enjoy his birthday. He's the man behind the scene. Can you imagine we're on the show today for 3 hours? That's the guy that controls the programs on the radio. His name is O'Neill Robert. Steve, go ahead.
Yeah, Mr. Kane, thank you so much.
I didn't get that. Could you try again?
That get ready again.
Your girlfriend not come out.
Okay.
You're muted. Okay, go ahead.
So, tomorrow, please don't miss tomorrow's show, because while we're on the show, I know the chairman were here and we're talking something different. One of Team Cummings' member in Daniel Chair has endorsed President George Weah for his second term, his bid for second term. So we'll see what, we're going to it tomorrow a little more. What that means for the Team Cummings.
Well, I try to say that devil, nobody should, have him or accept him on their.
But tomorrow we'll get into it. Tomorrow we'll get into the Stanton case. Sorry, we didn't have the time to read through the document.
Yeah, we'll dig deeper tomorrow.
Yeah, we'll get into the Stanton case as to why we are where we are today, and let's stop blaming the government. But tomorrow we'll talk about this. We have some things to talk about too tomorrow, so don't miss tomorrow's show. Mr. Kane, I gotta go. I am in my clothes, but I gotta go there to the wedding now. So after the wedding, I see you.
I'm gonna go to the wedding too.
Oh, okay, but then
from there we'll go to the auto program. Remember?
Yeah, the honoring program tonight, right?
Yeah, they play the one that made you be man.
Yeah, but so I gotta drive for that B man something because the blood and
No, we'll talk about that one in the back.
Okay, yeah, because that B man recognition something that B team for me to know.
Yo,
I gotta put my life together.
Thank you so much. Thank you, everybody. We appreciate your time. Let me go and play them a song again. This song, I love this song. Some people don't look at me mad at me when I play it, but I like this song. Yeah, they picking called Kemo Kante.
Luti ke baba koraya ay ramina la demaya labi Luti ke baba koraya ba ay ramina la demaya labi Kwani saya ramita la na te diara lubi hallelujah gigi ledi Saya ramita la na te diara lubi hallelujah gigi ledi Dunia ni aligia mate atunya loro awakabade ya buyasina Imae kono ya gikela yiri bolonnedi yiri temo gigi didioro Sobo ya gikela ula baledi ula temo gigi difa Moni fiya gikela wolo dennedi deye mo gigi ledi Dunia ni hali giamata tuyandoro Anyi silamba de yarina dunia Timiri isorotu mama Inani fali mabubula Timiri moya tu mama Irakili lagi mademe naye Timiri koroya tu mama Ibade bandu gimadila Ikanagina ila bango Koni jomi la balo Bade yale moma demena Koba savali dunyaro Woli ebade yado salale Koba savali dunyaro Woli ebade yado tununale Mosoko Nima nyumba soro yebade yado salale Nafuluko Nima kenkilila yebade yado tununale duko kuma naluma ke konya adala bankele maubanke bedi warangini awusumangi kabade ya bunya sinebi Imaela dia kabuno diako Koni beni lo dia le bade yaro Si dia kabuno diako Koni beni lo dia le bade yaro Bade yato no kabu Bade yakadi Kasilang bade yanina illa Anye bade yabu yasine Tonya e bade ya le roka fo Anye bade ya buya Ala yere e bade ya le fe Kabade ya buya sine Moya e bade ya le rotonya Anye bade ya buya Mo bade bali ma demena Kuma na Monifiya e sababu le kone le kele Nifora nyana jonye kele Lagine kalula karifala dutunu na kele Sangara kalula karifala Kumani kuna kalula karifala tunula Kukumani bantama nyadi ni kama siga Fadima duzula de suma woro kande Love mbedi la londo Singani ke modenke Yazana kuruma denke Kamara muso sebakele Gelike mo kantefa Mbalu kantefa Feremba kantefa Ila kele Tunya fola lukara mo le papa di kele Kukumani bantamba Nyadi ni kama siga Fadima duzula de sumauro Ibe makiba Bila silalima Kwani mana mo kana ben silado Kwani na sumauro Ila o papa ila Setana vamo milo kujukela ibade mala Setana wulila yarabila bade nyale tunya bade nyala fisa bade mo bade bale gima demenna Ali fenti bolo